The last episode, Praetor managed to successfully get his promotion, fulfill his vows, and become a vanguard to the Order of St. Arton. But he had not escaped the enthusiastic stalker fan writer bard, uh, Ophelia, who, uh, amidst his uh, little ceremony, crashed the party and spun a tale towards Father Ambar of the Order about this amazing hero that she'd met that she wants to follow and learn about and tell stories of. And about a nobleman who's looking to hire uh, adventurers interested in this nobleman's work. He brought Praetor forth and suggested that he did pursue this little task to see what this noble with his somewhat fallen house is up to. So far, it seems okay. But the lot of you, all seeming to wait for said meeting. Oh, right, and I can't forget there was a beatdown at the very beginning. A little bit of PvP between Praetor and Austas. They were getting a morning worm out. And whoever got 2 hits was taking home the gold on that one. But Aus found his one weakness so far, shields. Eventually, the entire group of you all congregated and met at this dilapidated noble's home, where you met once again the Manatech man known as Gregory. I named him before learning Garth's super crazy undead servant also named Gregory, so I promise it's a coincidence. And they also met.
That's okay. You beat me to the punch in another coincidence. You'll see.
Okay. They eventually met the lord of the estate, Charles Gamal, a excitable young noble who sort of was trying to get the feel for how this adventuring group works and what their skill set is. And while not having a lot of experience yet, each of you would be great at getting jobs because you sold yourself rather well. To prove yourself even more to this nobleman, you've decided to take on a few jobs just to show him your skill set. The jobs you've taken: the Goblin Bounty Collecting, which is bringing you towards 10 Mile, and the cleaning out of Arton Castle, which is supposed to be infested with mountain wasps. The group of you travel for a short amount of time and have yourself your first encounter: a group of slimes. The result of the Goblin Uprising has gotten the slimes riled up and moving in small little swarms like the one you encountered. Tough little bastards, but you managed to overcome them in stunning teamwork fashion. And that is where we're picking up, as you have just finished this fight. Cadell is a little bit concerned with the fresh acid burns on his clothes, though Ashley has offered up her ability to repair them. And yeah, so you may commence there, boys and girls.
The last thing said was Samson made a comment to Praetor. I think. Oh no, sorry, there was more after that.
It's a good comment too.
Did you want to repeat it in character?
Well, there was more said after that. I forgot about.
I will just do
He was just saying. He said something like, he's wondering what Praetor's magic will be when he finds it.
It's gonna be the magic of Saint Arton, I guess. So pellets work, right?
He casts
Well,
sword.
Yes. Chippy's
Goodell is.
The second most
I'm
powerful
waiting for you
spell.
to talk. Sorry.
No, anyone, please jump in.
Fred is getting back to sleep for the before they head out because that was during the second watch.
Ashley's gonna finish mending Cordeli's shirt and head back to him.
Goodell has been just standing beside you like a kid watching their favorite toy get sewn up. And then as soon as you hand it back, you.
You're welcome.
You fixed his blankie.
I did. Yes.
I'm going to see that Praetor is trying to sleep, so I'm going to gently play lullaby music.
So thoughtful.
What are you doing?
It's a calming
playing-
tune.
Yeah, it's a calming tune. Playing music to help you fall asleep.
I don't need help falling asleep.
Roll a performance check for me, Ophelia.
Oh God, no.
Well, I appreciate it. Maybe. Hold on. We'll see what the performance is.
Oh my.
Wow.
It
So
is
soothing.
a really soothing tune she's playing.
I'll have you know, I need absolutely no help falling. Perfect.
Ophelia.
Mhm.
Ophelia. Is
What?
Precious okay?
I will check on Precious and see how he's doing.
So you're gonna pop him out?
Yeah, I'll pop him out.
What's a precious?
So this little, off of her hand, a spark of pink light shoots out and lands right next to her, and he kind of pops up and looks around, realizes it's dark, and looks up to Ophelia curiously.
I'll scritch under his chin. How you doing, buddy?
Purrs a bit and then kind of grabs onto your arm and climbs his way up to your shoulder and nuzzles you. But then he kind of squawks a bit, sniffing about.
Okay. Well, been a long day. Been a longer night. So, I guess I will turn in for the evening.
Mhm.
And lie down in my sleeping bag and just make sure Precious stays near my feet or whatever. Or cuddles up near me like a cat, whatever he does.
Yeah, he'll stick near you. Wherever he can find a nice little nook, he curls up, enjoying the warmth.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else?
Well, I guess it's time for third watch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can't remember who was on watch.
It was Oust.
Oust and Ashley were the last watch, actually.
Okay, well, now that I'm up. Good
Yep.
night.
It says going back to sleep. I gotta.
The
Whole
watch that
lot.
we got attacked on was Samson and
Goodell.
Cudell, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
That second
okay,
one.
yeah, that's right. Sorry, and then third watch was the other two. Okay.
All right. So, unless there's anything else to discuss, the rest of you crash out, as it were, and Ashley and Oust have the last watch.
You can get your rolling your checks for me since I'm otherwise occupied.
I would love to hilariously give you another fight on the third watch, but I'm not going to do that. I was just going to give you guys a chance to RP with each other like the other two groups did, if you would like. If not, I will continue on to the next day.
Well, Oust spends his watch exercising. He does not sit still for more than a moment.
Oh my god, we've got a yoga instructor as one of our teammates.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my god! You know what? Honestly, for like just me, Garth, I'd find it fucking irritating to be like trying to sit quietly on watch while some guys like constantly moving around fidgeting during the night but won't talk to you. It's fucking
He
maddening.
won't talk to you.
Oh my god.
I didn't say he wouldn't talk. He immediately starts off with, getting some exercise in.
Okay.
It's like his
Ashley's gonna
conversation.
watch him run around.
His conversations always like him breathing heavily while he's like, gotta keep my heart rate up.
This is called
I'm in my groove.
praying dog position. Excuse me. What?
I'm right here. Yeah,
Okay,
Actually,
I'll try
Exercise.
another position then. Downward dog.
Mm,
Damn it.
Oh, wait.
He does something like upwards fish. The two merfolk just glare.
Sorry, I gotta change the howl to the moon. Shit.
Okay, let me find something else. I know. Tree pose.
There you
Oh,
go.
wait, he's T-posing to establish dominance?
Yes, he's T-posing to establish dominance.
Wait, did you say tree pose, Mark?
I said
He
tree
did say
pose,
tree
yes.
pose, yeah.
So that's actually a yoga move.
Yeah, that's an actual yoga
Yeah.
pose.
I know.
So T-pose is funnier.
Tree pose is fucking.
T-pose is
It's a
funny.
tree pose, dog,
Yeah.
it's part of the joke.
Anyways, he's exhausting just to watch.
You should join in. There's nothing to getting the blood pumping in the morning with some morning exercises. You'll be refreshed all day.
Okay.
Well, at least most of the morning.
I'll give it a try.
Oh god, never asked Praetor to do these things. His dexterity is 9.
Jesus.
Praetor would probably be better off with cardio than exercise, or
Yeah.
Probably.
instead of stretching.
He'd be good with weight.
Are you going to try to mimic him, Ashley?
I will. Let me make a little acrobatics check here.
So hang on. Okay. First, Oust. I will get you to roll either athletics or acrobatics, depending on what you are going to be showing her to see how she compares.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she doesn't look like a muscly person, so I'm gonna show her some stretches.
Okay.
Some good stretches to get to help the circulation start.
Yes.
All right. So you still can't roll.
No, I'm still in the kitchen.
All right. So is that acrobatics you want?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
So he shows you some crazy shit. Let's see how you compare. Roll acrobatics to match him.
Oh god.
oh no!
This is your first week of yoga. We're gonna start you off with expert level.
So
Oh my god, you pulled her tail.
I'm a pretzel now.
So I'm going to roll my fate dice. Remember,
I'm not
high
supposed to have made
benefits
fun of
you.
my face like this.
So here's the fate dice, and it, high benefits you, low does not. But no, click it. There you go. All right. So you feel as you try to follow his motions, if your body almost stops you from overextending. Otherwise, that muscle would have been pulled really badly.
Hmm. I know my limits.
Just
Oh.
the sad.
It's your
sad
first
little,
time, so
I'm a pretzel now.
It's your first time, so don't feel bad if you can't stretch as far as I can. Just go until you feel tension. As an afterthought.
Okay. This has been interesting. Thank you.
I like Last Watch. I get so much stretching time.
We'll get to watch the dawn.
Oh yeah, that too.
to which eventually comes, and it is a lovely, clear day. The group of you all wake up, you all have your breakfasts, and you begin back on the road again. You're only about 3 days out at this point. Another 4 days until you hit 10 mile, give or take. The exact mapping of the world is not precise. But you travel. During these days of travel, a lot of you now really notice that Ophelia has this weird, strange creature that you haven't seen before, and it's very clingy to her. Tries climbing around and down her back, but never really leaves. It has like tiny, I'd say cat paws, except it does seem to have a little bit of an opposable thumb on each of its limbs, so it has like grabbing capability, which helps it climb a lot easier, especially to loose clothes, like Ophelia wears. This little creature is squawky, but small and adorable.
Where did you get that?
Home
I.
on the coast.
Where has it been this whole time?
My bracelet.
It's very cute.
Mm-hmm.
Fits in your bracelet.
It is my bracelet.
Have you guys
Right.
never seen one of these before?
Ever.
No.
Nothing like that in the Undervalley.
His name is Precious. He's a good boy.
Yeah, they're very cute and fuzzy and occasionally mocking, like this.
Very mocking.
And then they can turn into something shiny.
Very practical.
Oh. Keep walking.
It squawks a few times, but never leaves Ophelia. It seems to feel safe on her.
It's your little buddy.
And it's your ring, not your bracelet.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was a bracelet.
It is a ring type shape thing. That's fine. As the days
He's
go
little.
on,
He can't make bracelets yet.
he only has one shape. That's his one shape. So as you travel, on one of the days, you actually get to witness one of the many floating islands of Arton. As you're traveling by, suddenly it gets very, very dark, as if noon has become a really, really early evening. You look up, and the island mass known as the Midday Night starts going overhead. It is a very large floating island, so large that it blocks out the sun and makes it very dark for at least 15 minutes as it passes over.
Oh. It's like an eclipse.
Yeah, very
That's
much
not gonna fall on us, is it?
Don't think
Hope
so.
Not.
It must be very strong winds to hold up a mountain that big.
Pretty
Oh,
sure it's
mountains
magic.
fly.
Samson is
Oh,
quietly fascinated by the floating rock.
I would actually say that Ashley, you are the most familiar with these, given everyone.
Oh.
Mostly because you live on a higher elevation. This island is much farther away than you usually see it. But
Oh yeah, they usually fly closer to the top of the mountains.
yeah, never, in your experience, has even a pebble fallen from up there.
They're very safe. The rocks stay up.
How is such a thing possible?
Magic, I think.
Just shrug. A wizard did it.
That's
I mean-
literally the answer for everything on this planet.
To the best of Ashley's knowledge,
a wizard did it.
a wizard did it.
As far as you know, they've always been up there. Occasionally, the old ones talk about it, but they have nothing for it except stories. It's just the sky has always been another world that we do not go to.
Yeah, no one knows how they got up there, but they don't come down.
So, does anybody live on these?
I don't know. I've never been up there.
Huh.
It might. That'd be neat. I wonder if they just follow the air currents.
Isn't Ouz from one of those? I mean, say this out of character.
He's not.
Oh,
Nope. I'm a wind Genasi, but I did not come from those islands.
Whoops. Not Oust.
How dare you laugh at me, Mark?
I had you selected when I was just LOLing something written down. So you travel on even further, and you start to see the borders of 10 Mile Forest. While some of you have been through it before, that was all in the prologues, and I wanted to skip over it until it was, actual game time, something to pay attention to.
Yeah.
The city to the south, or the forest line to the south, is what you imagine like any Canadian forest. Like, it's got lots of trees and rocks and whatnot, like a thick bed of woodland nature. But the change from that to
Kind of trees.
pines, oaks, maples, very Canadian-esque.
Okay. Mixed forest.
But as the forest meets up with the borders of 10 Mile, 10 Mile is a different beast altogether. Very, very dark trees, very big, ancient dark trees, lots and lots of vinage. Like in Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, when you look at Fangorn, how it's like this ancient overgrowth forest. This has been an unchanging entity for millennia. But as you approach and follow the road towards the one safe passage through 10 Mile, ahead of you, you see a small trade caravan that seems to have come from Falcona. Probably the one you had missed before going out on this journey, if you were to travel with these guys for a safer trip. They are stopped before the entrance to the forest lands on the road. You can't really see what's going on or why. A lot of them seem to be standing around talking. And on the back of one of the wagons, it looks like someone notices your group approaching and like waves back to those that are standing around. And a bunch that don't really look like merchants start to move towards the back as you approach.
Do they look like bandits?
Do a perception check.
Do they look like a bitch? I mean, bandits.
Big bandits?
It's, it is hard to tell. They don't look like they're dressed like the guys on the wagons. It seems, you can't tell.
is there a scent of blood in the air?
Do a advantage perception check. You do not smell blood on the air.
Praetor's gonna call out to them just a welcome / greeting.
Okay. You're just like waving, saying hey, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
They don't give you an immediate response, but one from the group that moved to the back starts walking towards you with their hand up also, kind of like showing nothing in their hand.
Okay.
Is this normal? Kudel's gonna look over at whoever's next to him.
Relax, it's just a group. They probably ran into some troubles. That's all. Don't worry. Well met. Your caravan seems to be stopped.
And the one who is advancing towards you looks like this.
Ah,
Hey!
Samson knows this one.
Yeah, I recognize you as well. Thought a lot of you were bandits.
Us bandits, nah.
Have you had problems with bandits?
No, nothing like that. What brings you guys out here?
We are taking some of the jobs on the board, goblin hunting, and to clear out wasps from the castle.
Well, it's good to know you're here to goblin hunt. There's a little bit of trouble ahead.
Is it goblins?
Yeah. We actually can't get through the forest right now. There's a crossroad in the woods down the road that connects the Falcona region to Tierfang and to Triton. The goblins have set up a blockade at that crossroad. There's a lot of them too.
So,
Unusual.
two good deeds with one act.
This is going to be the easiest hunt ever.
This is an unusual thing for them to do.
Oh. That sounds bad then.
If it's unusual, Samson, you can do the thing with those bones and see if the spirits know if they're getting assistance from someone. If goblins are...
That is not how spirits answer.
Okay, so how do spirits answer?
It's not a simple thing. You can't just ask if how many goblins there be or why they're here. You have to ask more straightforward questions. Such as, should we be fighting?
What?
That seems like a rhetorical question, because I'm pretty sure we're here to kill goblins.
And then you have your answer.
Didn't even need the spirits for that one.
How
Exactly.
many there are before we attack the goblins?
Scouting would be a good idea. Who here is actually good at not being seen?
Oh, I can do it.
Anyone else?
She's really good.
Do I have stealth trained? I don't think I do. I'm not sure.
No offense, Ophelia, but your way of drawing attention to yourself might be detrimental to sneaking up on goblins.
That is crazy talk.
Samson has to agree with Praetor.
Oh, come on. She's really good at sneaking up on people.
I'm a little bit trained in hunting and sneaking.
Ooh. Maybe you two could work together.
Yes.
I was trained in it. I can't remember what I put on my sheet.
Let me
Ash
check
and
it. You do have stealth trained, yes.
We
do
do
have
not.
Sneaking up on
stealth trained.
goblins.
Well, so the Eclipsean, she looks like a ranger. She speaks up. I don't mean to interrupt, but sneaking is kind of tricky on the road in 10 Mile. If you go too far off the path, you could get caught in the enchantment. If you're looking to sneak, you're going to have to wait till nighttime to approach.
Oh, that's easy enough.
What time of day is it?
At the moment, about midday.
Nah, Praetor's gonna start walking down the path.
Oh, well, okay.
Maybe
Or
we
we
can
could just do it the easy way.
negotiate with them.
You can't negotiate with goblins. There's only one way to talk to goblins, and that's violence.
The language I'm
Well
well
then.
versed in.
That can't be true. You can always talk to everybody.
Training?
Not swagging.
Talking works usually.
Swagging are people,
Are they? We're
What's
supposed
a
to be hunting
squaggin?
them.
not people.
Right, I'm just gonna keep walking. These
Yeah.
goblins get in my way, it's their own fault. I have something to work through right now.
You're just gonna be swinging your sword.
House is gonna follow.
Yeah, Samson's going too. He's kind of like,
Right.
Praetor knows something.
I want to see where this goes.
Trudel shrugs and follows after.
A lot of you goes, and the Eclipsean woman's just like, wow, okay. As you like,
Confident.
yeah, as you walk by, she calls out to the merchants that seems to be protecting. This group is gonna go deal with it. Oh, lovely.
Yes, miss.
I would
Good luck
like
to
to
you.
play. I would like to begin playing the beginnings of the starting of battle music
God damn
as
it.
we're walking towards.
Ophelia,
Can I
perhaps
help?
announcing. Ophelia and Kudel, perhaps not announcing our presence is the best idea.
You said stealth wasn't going to work.
On the contrary, Praetor, now is the perfect time for war drums.
Fine!
Strike fear
War
into
drum,
the
let's
hearts
do
of
it.
the goblins.
All right, so
If we're not going to be sneaking up on them, we should instill fear.
so the two of you are going to try to instill combat music. You said.
Yes.
Intimidate with music.
So what is your goal with the tune? How's that?
Make them shit their
Appropriate
pants.
intimidation.
To try to find a brown note.
Oh my god.
Say again,
Hype
Ophelia.
us.
Intimidation.
Intimidation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Intimidating combat music.
All right.
If you roll low, you're doing the equivalent of like Dance with the Fairies.
Yep.
So and Kudel, you are going to join in the song.
Yes, so giving her advantage.
All right. Go ahead and roll that performance.
Nice.
Okay.
Bravester Praetor bravely went ahead.
Mhm.
I know what I'm going to do for that, and it will happen in a short bit. The bunch of you head in, and you're going to be approaching at night. Because
No.
at this point,
We're
sneaking
just
is
going.
No,
Just
no,
going?
we're just going.
straight
We're
into
just
the
going.
day. Okay.
Midday.
Yeah, midday.
All
We're
right.
doing
What
it
is
now. We're doing it live.
Can't remember.
Yeah.
Are goblins light sensitive?
Goblins are not, but the rest are. The other unmen are. That's kind of the thing. Just one sec. I have to fix something
Fine.
because that was unrestricted vision range because you're going in at daytime.
Oh, right. Long rest.
Praetor being told to sneak is like,
Slap in the face.
no.
Make sure you got a long rest. Because we did rest.
Yeah, I got all my spells.
So you walk down the road and you immediately feel the oppressive nature of 10 Mile. The ancient tree line, while it's perfectly still, feels like it is trying to reach out and draw you in. This is not a safe place, but the people of this territory seem to have an understanding of how to treat it. Mistreat it, and it will harm you. Treat it with respect, and you will not be harmed. As you travel through, you eventually see in the distance the crossroad in question. It takes you a bit, but once you're there, it seems that the goblins have chopped a decent amount of trees from the tree line. You can almost see the natural tree line pushing forward to replace what was lost, but there's no motion happening. They have taken the wood from that and have constructed some barricades and some sentry towers throughout. Let us activate the scene.
So do we see the goblins?
You absolutely do. It's daytime. This might be a hot second because this is the other bad one I did.
Are goblins, orcs, are they
Oh.
humanoids on Arton?
Yeah.
Okay.
Little bastards, but they're humans.
You say these things. I don't believe you.
As we approach the edge of the camp, is probably Ophelia. Who are our backlines people?
Yeah, if you want to, you could switch up
Ashley.
your rows here.
Ophelia. Kudel is.
I think
Backline.
Kudel like center.
Kudel and Samson should switch. Samson's not really a frontliner; he's a midliner. He is going to turn to. What have we got? Bard, Warlock, Sorceress.
Yeah, it's not loading in fast.
What's also?
Sorry.
Oh, there we go. No, it's all good.
I'm
I'm
trying
here.
to decide
I'm
out
alive.
of character who needs Sanctuary the most.
Anyone who's going to cast any offensive spells is going to lose that sanctuary.
Yeah, and I've got.
Yeah,
I'll be
the emergency one.
I thought it was.
It's sort of a protection bubble. If we do anything offensive, it pops it.
Oh, I haven't had that one before, so I didn't
Yeah,
realize.
but it's a good protection one if you
Yeah,
see
no
somebody's
emergency
taking too
boxes.
many.
Get a glass of water.
hits.
Well,
Yes, he is.
you know what? Actually, I don't want to use that. I'm not going to use that one then.
Then just swap it out.
Cute.
Say you prepared different spells this morning.
Yeah, that one's not doesn't make any sense. A Shield of Faith is I think is the one I was kind
It's a
of thinking of.
classic.
You got to bear with me a little bit. I've never played a cleric.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That works. Shield of Faith works. So he'll go up to Praetor, and he's going to. How do I want to do this? Shield of Faith. So he's going to come up to Praetor, and he's going to place a necklace of like little carved chunks of bone around your neck.
Okay.
This will protect you in the fight. So you'll get +2 AC.
He's just looking at the necklace like, okay, yeah, this is happening. I've got some frustrations to work out.
All right. So, since he's done one thing, does any of the rest of you wish to do one thing before the fight starts? Because there's no sneaking here.
Ost, if you go out there, you're gonna be lost. If you go
Already have
off the
anything
path.
So Garth already have Shield of Faith as one of my temporary effects. I've just toggled it on so my AC is set.
Do you have it? You already have Shield of Faith?
No, I have it as a effect. I just toggle it on so I get the +2 AC. I knew that someone was going to use it.
Oh, I see. Okay. But okay, good.
Yeah.
I might thematically change that one because I just got that. Like I hadn't used that spell before. I was kind of trying to decide how I was gonna present that one, but this kind of works. It's like a battle charm.
Yeah, I like it. Ashley's gonna wrap herself in a little bit of shadows.
Any other spells
Just in
that
case.
want to go off? One spell per person at max.
All right. Going to target.
Click here. I'm gonna burn the spell slot here.
You know what? He's going to be praying to Saint Arton to bless the group. So I'm going to let the GM choose 3 random party mates to get Saint Arton's blessing.
All right.
Nice.
Give me a sec.
Because he doesn't know who he should be giving these kind of bonuses to. Oh my god, Ashley and Samson have merged into one being!
Damn it, stop it.
No.
Fuck
What
it.
the hell is happening?
Nothing.
I'm rolling stuff apparently.
It really wants Ashley to get these spells.
Just hit escape until you're no longer selecting my token, and then try and roll.
No, it's all good. It's all good. So, Garth or Samson, you're getting bless. Jen,
It's-
you're getting bless, and Cadell, you're getting bless.
Okay.
Okay, there's one for bless.
D4. Okay, so Samson is blessed. Okay.
Magic shield. Nope, not that one. Magic shield.
Bless is actually one of the thingies in here.
Blessed. There we go. It's little wing.
So the wings there. And then so Samson, we got it. Okay, cool.
Okay, let's.
Murder
that
some
it?
fucking goblins.
Let's
go.
So,
House doesn't have any spells, so I'm good to go.
and I think.
Are
Ophelia
you
will
gonna
have
be in the
escape
forest?
He's not going deep.
Just enough that they underestimate our numbers.
There are 20 of them and a boss, by the way. So, Oust, you might want to close ranks.
So I'm
That's
going.
being said, out of character, Samson is not
Yeah.
thinking ahead like that right now.
How do I start the goddamn encounter again? I selected everyone, and then what?
Select everybody, right click anyone, and then hit the little sword and shield combat, toggle combat save thing.
Boom.
Well, that's a lot.
I said there's like 20 dudes. Or there's 21 actually,
did say
because
that,
there's
actually, yeah.
20 goblins and a goblin boss.
Well, I'm not.
Jesus Christ. It's still
John,
happening.
Bye, guys.
There's a button to roll all, right?
Is there?
For the GM, there may
Is
be.
there?
I don't know.
Isn't there
don't
on
think
the
there
combat
is.
tracker?
I
Is
don't
there?
see it.
Not
Just
not
go
that I
ahead
know of.
and just
Keep
roll.
rolling.
Oh, I'll see you
There we go.
guys up there. Oust and I are gonna.
See you later.
Oust
There-
and I are gonna hang out down here.
There is actually a roll NPCs one. If you look in the top left corner, John.
Top left.
There's like a little
Roll
group with the
all.
gear on it.
Roll NPCs. Gotcha.
Yeah, so
I'll
just for
remember that
future
for
reference.
next time. Yeah.
I actually forgot that was a thing.
All right, and bam, Samson. Your spells are being cast while you have battle music being played.
Do you want to play battle music?
No. They're playing battle music.
Oh.
I'm keeping music off of these so I can tamper with it when I edit.
You know what?
They all seem
You
to
see, huh? Oh yes. I'm sure they know we're here. So can you unpause it?
Oh, right. That is a thing I should be doing.
So he's gonna step forward one
Oh,
space
Oh, a new
and
character.
shooting that dude with my death. I'm gonna use my death rattle to I don't know, cook his insides at range. I'm not really sure how that works. Hit him with microwaves. Microwave his insides. Or not.
Ah!
Oh, that's the damage. Right. I keep forgetting that's the fucking damage button. All right, cool. He fails. Good.
So how?
Takes 7
Microwave
necrotic.
his
What does the
insides.
spell look like now that you finally got it off?
It's Toll the Dead. Oh, so he takes out the totem, that like short hand like rattle totem that he has.
Mm-hmm.
He takes it out and he starts like vibrating it, like his hand vibrates and it rattles back and forth really fast. And he, with the other hand, his hand starts to glow with like a eerie green energy, and then the goblin will like start to like be covered in it and take damage. He'll start to glow with the same kind of energy.
So yeah, you see him like shake a bit.
So he's like his hand holding the rattle kind of like tremors and makes the rattle make its noise.
I can't tell which goblin this is. Oh, it's that guy.
If you click on the token, oh my god! Oh yeah, that was easy.
So
They're goblins, honey.
he just
Goblins.
They're goblins.
collapses in on himself. Anything else?
I'm good.
Like I said,
Samson
yeah.
commanded him to die.
command word die.
So,
Way too high level spell.
one,
Don't forget to
two,
grab the ears.
4, 5.
After we're done
6.
clearing the rest of them, goblins
Don't
usually
battle
attack. Don't need your loot, damn it!
Ashley.
Pretty much, we have to keep the artillery safe while they kill the goblins and we move forward.
It's like Monster Hunter when you've cut off the tail and you're still fighting and somebody goes over and carves
Yeah,
while everybody else is still fighting.
That's when everyone stops the fight and looks at the guy carving. He's like, "What?"
Does a 14 hit their AC?
Sorry, goddammit. Which guy are you shooting at real quick?
The other guy near the gates.
14 does not hit their AC.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Even with the bless. Alright.
You can. Yeah, because it only lasts 1 week.
So, your Ray of Frost, like, he just lifts up his little wooden shield just in time and, like, freezes over, like, "Eat Chihuahua!"
I'm
Little
so
bit of
far
evil.
that he sees it streaking towards him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, Goblin. Next Goblin. Whose turn is it? This guy. You start to hear a lot of clattering and squealing and waka chaka!
I can eat you.
Exactly.
All right. If one of them is holding? Oh, sorry, imprisoning, arcane, and horde, we get out. No. Diablo reference? No. No.
I got
Sorry,
it.
I was laughing, but I was muted.
Recognition.
Yeah, those guys are running up, and it looks like they're trying to, though poorly, get into a battle line.
Yes,
Praetor.
Grupo. Nothing bad will happen if you Grupo.
Praetor will go there and do his signature defensive stance.
Ha
Didn't see this one coming, did ya? Just puts his shield down. He's not saying a goddamn word. He's just getting up there and putting his shield down, getting ready for the wave.
Alright. I gotta move 10 billion of these bastards.
So if his way of working out frustration is to get hit a lot, what does that say about Praetor?
He practices scarification.
That guy is going to remain disciplined. Next guy, please. That guy is gonna burn himself.
Also,
Oh,
John, check your DMs when you can.
What?
Check
Oh.
your DMs when you can.
I will answer you in a hot second.
That's fine.
Oh, please.
When you can, not right away. God. It's only a few goblins. They can only outnumber us 3-1. It's fine. Oh God.
Bam. Ophelia, it's your turn.
What are you doing?
And I'm going to aim at this guy here.
With your loot bow.
No, with my voice.
Ooh.
Is mockery this guy?
Yeah.
Bam, and then bam.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Here they be wise.
He doesn't understand the words coming out of your mouth.
Damn it! You targeted the stupid one.
Yep. Shame.
Bam.
Sorry. I did not mean.
You're so stupid. You don't realize this is an insult. Okay.
All right, yay! One of them's going to participate here. It seems.
No.
Give me this thing. Bam. He participated.
Yeah, I said no.
Shot himself in the foot.
So, you hear a battle scream, and then a sudden. It looks like one of the goblins in the tower took a shot, but it didn't go through the arrow slot. Alright, next. Where are you? You're there, okay. Cadell, it's your turn.
Goodell is still bobbing his head to the music they were playing earlier.
I'm still playing it.
Oh yeah. So he's sort of bobbing his head to the music as he moves up. And gonna use his bonus action for gonna put it, I think, right here. And it's sort of
My bad.
and then he's gonna lob one of those balls of magic water at this guy.
Okay. That
And
one
not
hits.
hit.
Yep, he gets his shield up in time. He feels pretty invincible. All this weird shit's coming at him, and he is okay.
Remember, you are blessed.
Oh, right.
Roll a 4.
Roll 4.
Oh.
Oh.
So
Oh.
close.
All right.
No dice.
Anything else?
I think that's got it.
Okay.
Look
Yes,
at
it
that
is your
convenient
turn.
grouping. It'd be a shame if somebody were to AoE.
Nice goblin you had there. Don't you mean have? No.
Yeah, I'm going to just move up.
Russell.
Stealthily.
Okay, roll stealth. Which-
Damn it, Crow! Be quiet!
Yep, okay. 20.
No one get? No? No.
That's all I'm gonna do this round. They're out of range. They're out of punching range.
What did you say, Jim?
I said, no, damn it, Crow! Be quiet! Russell.
So,
Russell.
that guy,
Broken bad.
he's taken a shot from the icicle, and as he looks down and he sees like this small group advancing to this like, how do you want the music to sound? Like metal, soldierly. Like, what are you looking at here?
Imperial March.
Like Final Fantasy boss music.
1 second.
Yeah.
All right, I will find Final Fantasy boss music when
1
I
second.
do this fight.
Not bad. Celtic battling the best battle music.
Not hard enough.
Not hard enough.
That's
Needs to be
okay.
hard.
So he freaks out. 5, 10, 15, 20.
He's like, oh, nope.
Nope. The ice almost in the face. Not good. And he runs, but he's running towards the boss, who's yelling at him
Oh,
to
God.
get back into death range.
They're gonna do Imperial Guard style. You flee, slice!
Where's the list? There's the list. Bam, next guy. Where are you, sir? You are one of the boss's guards. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Next. This guy is staying there because they have to watch those locations. He has to watch that location. He has to go to the boss. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I don't.
And he has to stay there. Alright, and
He dead.
is dead, so I'm gonna just fucking get you out of the combat. How do I do that? I did it last time. Remove combat.
Right click on him. Yeah.
Alright.
God damn it! They come in the name of Solomon Kaltos!
Alright, and that guy is doing his job. Some of them seem disciplined. Samson, it's your turn. For the most part, you can hear as there's lots of clattering and screaming, which is what you'd expect. The only weird thing is you can't really see the far ones, but these ones appear to be trying to get into a notable combat maneuver, which is unlike goblins.
That one, make him dead.
Righto. Making him
They
dead.
get dead, the bones break.
I clicked.
Could have hold.
Alright, do the damage. Ooh. It burns him,
God
but
damn it.
this guy's got all the luck. He's like the bravest goblin there ever was.
He wasn't hurt, was he?
He was not.
No. Oh well.
Waka chaka!
The bravest little goblin.
How do I do that, Jin?
Do what?
I do not know.
How do I give Jin control over the tentacle?
I'll do it.
Yeah, keep going.
You have to change the permissions for the character.
Gotcha. Alright, so this guy, 5, 10, 15, 20. Nope, don't go there. Go here. He is going to dodge action. Ashley, it's your turn.
Alright. Move up a little bit. Just double check that black guy is in range for a ray of frost.
Double
Ooh.
hit. Who's
Oh,
getting the
nice.
shot?
The lucky one.
Okay, there it is. All right. Bleh,
The luckiest goblin.
bleh.
Yeah, lucky goblins get to get hurt twice.
So yeah, he
I've
just
been
like all about
chosen.
it, and then just freezes in place. All right,
And the human popsicle.
goblin popsicle.
Jin, do you have control of the token for the tentacle?
Let's see. I do.
There you go. Okay.
Thank you.
So this guy is heading out, but he is dropping his sword and shield. 20, 25, 30, and pulls out a short bow. And let me just do this real quick. Bam. Okay, he doesn't attack the strange magical tentacle, but shoots at the first one in the line, Praetor.
How does this work exactly? Do I center it somewhere?
At disadvantage, I think.
Yeah, I just... Why? There we go.
Well, it's 100 feet away.
So, it just bounces off your shield, Praetor. Next.
Have we been hit yet?
Not yet.
No? Good. Okay.
Okay, this guy's here. He's listening to your battle music.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna
He
be.
starts dancing.
He's holding his position. He's disciplined.
50 feet.
All right.
So how
He's going to
Square.
step over this bastard. I'm going to move that guy, actually.
It's all creatures, eh?
Yeah, I know.
And dodge action. Next guy.
What? How dare he use my maneuver?
So yeah, you one took a shot at you, and it just bounced off your shield like nothing.
Of course, because they're goblins. And enter the pose.
Special pose it is. Next, Goblin.
He's pretty much a one-man phalanx at this point.
10, 25, 30.
Yeah, you and Tentacle are BFFs.
No, I'm not BFS with a tentacle. That's just weird.
Tentacle pats him.
Stop that.
You
What's your
guys
name,
are the
tentacle?
frontline team. I don't understand.
Bam. 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 No, you're.
Uh-oh.
You are Shield of Faith. So, javelin comes flying from behind the goblin lines as the big, overly dressed one launches a spear at you, and it, bing, bounces off your shield. Your shield is saving everyone's life.
What was your base AC, Praetor?
18.
It was 18. So it
Yep.
bounces off of that necklace Samson gave you, I think is what he meant to say.
No, I'm sure it's Satan Arton protecting me. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Not the voodoo.
Open this.
No, I believe in your voodoo. I watched the guy melt, but I think your voodoo's only for bad things.
Oh, okay.
You made that man's bones stop existing.
He has no bones. Oh my god.
Don't worry, man. I give him bonitis. You give him what now?
Another arrow clings into you. You're now being shot a lot more.
Oh, look. Those look like they hurt. They do.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He is staying in sword and shield. Bam. Where's this bastard? Oh, yeah, he's staying where he is. Ophelia.
Oh, look, cannons.
Those must hurt.
They do. We're trying to get you psyched
This
up.
guy right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope. God damn it.
Bonk.
Oh, please, no. Not at that angle.
Raycar's going to look back and be like, why are you beside me?
Yeah, you
As
kinda
the
get a
arrow
little
goes
distracted,
whizzing past his nose.
trying to play your magic and then switch to a bow and shit. Yeah, you mess up. That's fine. You done?
Praetor's ass. It was in the way.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly round ass, just sitting right there in front of me.
It's not round. What are you talking about?
Perfectly flat ass, just sitting there. Right?
It's perky.
She doesn't get to see many of them.
I haven't seen a butt that wasn't attached to a tail in a long time.
You are just like nothing but arrows
Hey.
bouncing off of you.
Yeah, I'm distracted looking at Ophelia. What?
Nothing.
Blink, 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 blink. Bam. Okay.
That shield sure is handy.
25, 30. He's gonna dash. 5, 10, 15. Oof, you fat bitch.
Wow, maybe he's just,
Big boned.
big boned. A big bone goblin.
That's a huge
Okay,
bitch.
He's having issues, but that's fine. Bam.
No, I just want I want to picture a chubby goblin.
So,
Oh my sweet Jesus.
so
Be a shame if somebody tossed an AoE in there.
Anyone got a hand grenade? Anyone?
Actually, just wait.
So this one I'm gonna because a suggestion was made to me and it's a good idea. This one's shooting from the tower. Has advantage, but you're dodging, so it's leveled out. Doesn't matter. Clink.
No.
Where are you? You.
Samson, your magic is amazing.
You're not so bad yourself.
Not the time to be flirting!
Goodell.
Tink, 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 tink.
Literally, there.
He's just like getting pincushion. He's like, stop flirting at me!
Yeah, like some are bouncing off, some are getting stuck in. Your shield is starting to get a little heavier than it was before.
So gonna move this right here, and it can attack this guy because he's within 10 feet.
The big guy.
Yeah, he's gonna smack the big guy.
All right, go ahead.
Let's see, what is the spell thing? Melee spell attack. Melee spell attack is proficiency plus my spell modifier, so 6.
As Praetor is buckling behind the shield, he's going to look over his other shoulder and be like, "What are you doing here?"
I'm helping!
He manages to raise his shield just in time. Paching!
Alrighty, and Cadell's gonna then lob a spell at... What's this guy up to?
This guy right here, he has a bow and arrow out.
Yeah, so...
Ashley,
That
Ashley,
hits.
please. There's so many of them in such a small space.
Oh, it's coming.
So
If
your
they could just
water tentacle
a
is
little
a
bit
little
more.
red now.
Oh,
Where's this?
I'm sure the squids will love that.
Smear.
I'm just saying it's 8 o'clock. It's moving around. Oh, son.
Wait, hang on.
For no reason, could you just slowly move all the goblins into a perfect 3x3 square?
No, can't do that. Can't do that.
Cadell's still just bobbing his head to the music, like, mm-hmm.
Ashley 1, Cadell 1. Who killed the first one? That was Garth Sampson.
I've killed 2 so far.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
think.
They're not too far.
You killed one, not total. I mean, just this fight. There's only 3 dead.
Yeah, I've killed 2 of them.
Cadell just
That's
killed
Sam-
one. Samson killed the first one, and the other one got iced by you.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, it's just the one then.
Oust,
You're right. My first one didn't hit.
Ophelia.
Yes, crowd around the tentacle, guys. Come on, it just took a shot at your leader.
Oopo.
So Oust is sneaking up like that. Okay. What the hell am I doing? Right.
Yep.
Alright. So that guy's turn. That guy is right there, and he's taking a swing at this. I don't think the tentacle has anything, right? So he's just
Right,
he's just wasting his attack, splashing at it like, ah! I don't know what to do, boss. So he does nothing. That one. 30. I'm not doing it on purpose. This is actually their strategy.
Yes.
Their strategy is to die altogether?
Yes.
Their strategy
Wow!
is
What a way to
to
live.
attack as a group with the boss. And he's gonna go here and attack
Ooh.
the tentacle also, and then the boss.
it's just wiggling like.
The boss screams at them and like, you're sure he's swearing like, stop trying to hit the water. And this guy is staying put. Samson, it is your turn.
I'm back. I heard Samson.
It is your
I'm
turn.
back. I heard a bwong.
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 I think that's the one downfall to being the DM. I don't get to hear the delightful bwong.
Bong!
Yeah, you miss it after a while.
You never get to miss it because it's right beside you.
Yeah, that's true. I got it from Allie.
I mean, in this fight, it would be fucking horrible. Bwong, 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 bwong.
I'm trying to decide what I'm doing. Fuck.
Do you have any way you can weaken his ability to save?
I may have something. Need to get a little closer.
I swear to God. Sage Arton, damn it!
I was here. Oh no!
What?
Wait, was I here? Was I actually?
Yes.
Yeah, you were right next to me.
4, 5, 6. God damn it! I can't reach him. Okay, I'm not going to move that far up then. Save his brain. I can't Bane. They're too far.
Yeah, they're pretty far. Is Bane concentration? I forget.
Yes. He would lose the Shield of Faith.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, I'll try this.
Ray of Sickness on Tabos.
Do I have to roll the attack to hit, right?
He failed his Constitution saving throw.
So
You do have to hit, yes.
range spell attack.
Oh.
So you miss.
You're blessed. You're blessed.
Do the bless.
Nice. 14.
Oh?
Unfortunately, he is better equipped than the others too.
No.
Oh.
Oh!
How dare.
The hell?
Alright, Gobrans. Okay, him. Where are the faces? First, you. That battle music is too fucking intense. No!
Can't take it.
20,
Where is it?
30, and this one's
Think
gonna
it-
take a shot at him.
They're killing the runners?
He snaps out of his fear, but he's almost dead. Get back in line! Oh shit! So he would stop here and then move back his last space. Alright, his turn is done.
Oh,
Ashley.
Ashley.
Oh boy. Apparently I've been dreading this.
Alright, so targeting the boss with a little ice knife.
Alright. And it's gonna hit all of them right here.
We'll do it one
Targets
step
the
at
boss.
It's a two-step process.
Alright.
So I missed the boss,
Miss the boss.
Fuck!
but could every creature around him, within
Including the
5 feet,
boss.
Including the boss.
That
including the
entire
boss.
chunk here.
Jesus Christ! you
make
rolled
a
2.
DC 16 saving throw?
Okay, so boss.
Yeah, ice knife is boss for a reason.
Ooh.
Okay, boss failed.
Oh, yeah,
Remember this.
14 was-
Mariko. Yeah, just remember, Mariko's got ice knife and is threatening to use it.
It's basically a grenade.
It is the best thing ever.
Fail, 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 fail.
I think I'm going to be looking at her threatening us with that differently now, because
They
Describe
all
this.
it's not
failed.
she's not threatening to stab us. She's threatening to grenade us.
Alright, so they will take 2d6 cold damage.
Oh, come on.
Oh, was that
You
a
could
1 and
just,
a 2?
Fucking brutal. That's fucking
You could just,
brutal.
toss that out. That roll didn't happen there.
It is what it
I
is.
don't see it.
I mean,
So,
to be honest, that's still 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 damage across
It's
the board.
yeah, across everything, it's still a significant amount of damage.
It's still
AoE is-
extremely disappointing.
I
AoE
know.
is always a beautiful number magnifier, I find.
Yeah.
Alright,
The fact that it's AoE makes it worth it, anyways.
so all of them suddenly get covered in a thick layer of frost, and like the boss even has almost like a snow beard underneath him, like, what the fuck? Alright,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a sharp little knife gets thrown and explodes into shards of ice.
5, 10, 15.
Is Ashley part Wendigo?
Maybe? I don't know.
let's carve through the boss, shall we? I'm fighting a boss, apparently.
Oh no!
You did keep highest. You did keep
Oh, wait.
highest, you bastard.
I did advantage. I hit the wrong
That would be a
button.
4.
Whew.
Damn right. Keep you honest.
Oops! The
You
goblin's sitting
can't
there
fool
like,
Praetor
come
that
on."
easily.
Yeah, goblin's sitting there like, oh, come on, I saw that number. Alright, he's toasting us. This guy, he's been here, so he has got 2. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's running. The other guy can't get an attack, and he's too much of a weenie to do it. All right. So you kind of
Find the one with his wings.
Where's the ball? Bam. All right. Praetor, your turn.
All right. There's going to be a very unique move.
Yeah, I bet.
Defensive stance.
All right. What's he gonna do for that? There.
Oh,
And
hello.
he is going to attack you twice. What the? Goddamn! Trying to see everything, but I can't see everything. Bam. No. Bam. I said. Bam.
So much for being omnipresent. Silly GM.
Bam.
Aha!
So yeah, you are like shield boss. He attacks both and nothing. All right, next guy, please. Q. Let's go. Lots of guys. Gotta fucking do this. Where are you? You're staying there, so screw yourself.
Boss is in fight! Yeah, screw him. If he dies, I become boss!
Waka chaka! 5, 10, 15. He's gonna take out a bow and arrow and shoot Ashley.
What?
Whoa.
How dare?
Unheard of. Bring it.
She makes the cold. Oh, I just realized I can roll normally here, and it doesn't matter. Funk! It just flies
He
by.
didn't bring it.
This is one of the chilled ones, and they didn't like your demon magic. Next, him. 10, 15. He's gonna go there. He can't actually shoot anyone because there's too much shit in his way. Next guy, please. Where are you? Fuck you. You may as well just run at this point. Next, Ophelia.
Oh my god.
Please stop rushing forward into death.
I can do the thing again. Want me to do the thing, Praetor?
You got this, Fifi.
Don't run forward. There are so many of them, they'd skewer you.
He says behind the shield that's just like ding 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 ding.
Like hail.
He's receiving volleys of arrows at this point.
He's gonna need mending on his shield just because of it.
I will attempt to mock the boss.
Mocking the boss. Okay. Boss. Mockery.
God damn it. John, stop rolling good.
I'm sorry.
I guess it wasn't as sick a burn as you thought it was.
None of them can understand your language. That's why it's not working.
That's what's
Goblin,
yeah.
more like
The spell doesn't-
novelist, am I right?
I'll specify they don't need to understand.
I'm just giving an excuse. Give me a break.
They can't hear you over the battle music.
You have to stop playing to insult.
Never.
Okay, he realizes he's fucked up. Goes down here. He's gonna take a
There he is.
He's not gonna take a shot. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. He's not gonna take a shot because there's too much shit in his way. He's gonna take a shot at Praetor, but it's the one who gets the normal. Come on, hit him.
Before
Damn
he
it!
dies.
So close. This one, like, your shield's been hit enough at this point that this one actually breaks through, and you can actually like see it near your face. Like, oh,
We've been playing so much D&D, we've become trained at working together.
It's true.
Pure steel, my left toe.
Cadell, it's your turn. They're just rampaging up front
Okay.
and kind of holding.
Bonus
the flank.
action, gonna move this back here. And I'm going to look at the boss, look him dead in the eye, and
That'll hit.
Nice.
For a solid hit.
Give me
right to the face. By the way, Agonizing Blast is an Eldritch Invocation. Very nice.
Yeah, that's where you get your +4
Very
from.
nice indeed.
So,
Yes.
hold on, I'm gonna just set this aside real quick. So you take your shot, and
What?
as you like stare at him, and he sees your hand launch up, he like his eyes go wide as you blast, and it just like starts flying towards his face. And he grabs the goblin behind him and puts it in front of him, and the goblin is painted across the room.
Well, that's just rude.
And that's why they group around the big one.
Yep.
He's
That's a pretty
terrible
nice. That's an interesting.
So I'll just
I was,
I
Again.
wanted to describe it before I dropped it down, but there it is.
nice.
So yeah, he just sees it like, uh-oh, take this, bam! And then he's holding red goblin goop.
Jerry,
All right.
take the hit.
All right, anything else, Cadell?
That's got it.
Tentacle?
Oh, well.
He's
Yes,
got two guys
can I-
right next to him, yeah.
So that would be another. He's gonna take a shot at this one.
Okay.
Oh, oops. That's not a valid chat
It's
message.
this one,
Got it.
right?
Okay, so that one hits
That'll hit him.
them. Let me double check what it's actually. So 1d8. So 5 damage to this guy.
He's got a water concussion. But he's still he's wobbling now. Like, all right. So tentacle does damage. Oust, your turn.
Alice will pop out of the woods. Oh, yeah. Out of the tree line.
Bushes. Ah! We've been outflanked!
And attack!
Yeah, that'll hit them. Will it? No, it won't. It won't. It won't hit them.
The little dudes?
Yeah, they're 15.
Oust, what are you doing?
So they managed to get their shield up in a panic. Punk! Your bow is cursed.
That's okay, they weren't ready for the counterattack.
Wait, is the bow just a Yep, it looks like the bow is just to distract them so you can throw punch.
Yep. Throw punch!
Throw punch.
So, like every other time, the distraction causes death. Bam!
Throw punch.
Success.
That's gonna be your signature move.
Throw punch.
Yeah, bow staff, distraction, throw punch.
So yeah, you have a little bit of ice on your hand from punching through the snow that was covering it, but you crush its throat and everything's good.
You crush its throat and everything is good.
Yeah, of course. 20. Ah! And he swings and he misses.
I deflect the attack with my bow.
Oh no, he's setting up for the throat punch.
This is nope. 10, 15, 20, 25. He will get flanking on you with the other guy.
Me. Oh my god.
Does that hit?
Also, another deft deflection with the bow.
Oz, what are you doing? You're going to get eaten.
Like a boss.
It's training.
Not training if you become dinner.
Yeah, these are the guys that I should almost just remove because they're gonna have to run at this point.
There's only 5 of them dead.
Eat people?
Yes, goblins eat people.
Oh my god.
And he doesn't quite have flanking, so he's not gonna get it. But he's gonna take a swing.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Ooh, that's gonna hit.
3 slash. You're dodging them too much, and he comes in and just like dives for your ankle, and ding, you got a cut. All right. From now on, I'm gonna remember those guys are hearing not good things. All right, what you doing, Samson?
Samson's gonna move up.
No!
No!
Wait, what? His mind.
You don't want to be there.
I'm sure he's fine.
And
He's got a
attacking the
plan.
boss.
Oh my god, he's gonna Kalima.
His shield comes up,
18
18?
total.
and
18 to hit.
despite his shield coming up, you get past it and land your hand on him.
Thanks to Saint Arton's blessing.
He doesn't care about the shield. He channels it through the shield.
So he mutters words in his hand and glows, and he touches his claws to the goblin's chest and makes that twisting Kalima. So he's gonna take 16 damage.
He is displeased, but he stands firm.
Damn!
Samson, get away from him.
Ah!
I can't now.
How's your reflex save?
Oh, no!
God damn it, Samson! You suicidal bastards!
Well, it's either I hit Samson, I hit Oust, or I hit both of them. So
Go for it. Do it.
do it.
Hit
Alright.
Sa-
Oh no!
Oh yes.
Oust can dodge.
4 slashing doused.
Wait,
Another one runs up.
Isn't Oust dodging or
No,
what?
no,
No.
he's not.
Ashley, it's your turn.
Oh no!
Alright. Ashley is going to lob an ice knife at the boss.
Oh boy. That is a very.
Oh, wait, the bless.
You're blessed.
That will hit still. You hit the
19.
boss.
So do the 1d10.
Yes, so he'll take.
1d10.
Oh!
It's gonna take 10.
Yep.
Oh
Oh!
god!
Now time for
Alright.
it to explode.
And his
He
corpse.
didn't use his redirect thing.
He didn't get. He's already used it. He didn't get it back yet.
Yeah. His corpse explodes into shards of ice that fly at everything surrounding him.
Yep.
So if everybody, including
Oh,
Samson,
thank goodness,
oh,
Samson.
Good dodge. Good dodge.
And that's
Samson
all
heard her
damage or
warning.
half damage.
So they need to make dexterity 16 saving throws.
It's save or suck, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Fail,
So
fail,
close.
fail. Fail.
One more.
I'll
Fail.
Oh boy.
So they will all take 6 cold damage apiece.
All right. So give me a hot second to do this.
Blip, 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 blip.
Samson's just like, I'm imagining him doing that. Oh!
Yeah.
You're getting covered in all of the splorches, Samson. So much gore.
There's snow falling around you from
Yes,
all the
no.
carnage.
Red snow. Don't worry, the tentacle will help wash it off.
Where is
Yeah.
this bastard? Damn it.
So some of them had already taken damage from the first ice knife.
Yeah, I'm trying to find.
The one right after Ashley.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. So yeah, these
you missed someone.
guys. Yeah, these guys
You mi-
took the damage,
They
but they're
took damage,
alive.
but they don't
Probably
go down.
didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, they didn't die.
I'm not gonna lie, that was really fucking cool. I'm disappointed I didn't finish the guy off with the Kalima. I rolled one of my dice rolled a 1 because I was
Yeah.
gonna take his heart.
That'd been awesome.
Cause I was gonna say like if
His
I actually
heart's
killed him with
gone
it,
now.
I take it. I like actually pulled out his heart and ate it.
Nice.
His heart is long gone
Remember
now.
the Skull Clan dudes eat
Yeah.
their kills.
they eat their kills.
Alright.
So I was going to like rip out his heart and eat it.
So that brought up my kill count a little bit.
Yep, very much so. Alright.
Still counts as 1.
Still only counts
Does
as
it?
1. It does not. Okay. Anything else,
Sorry, I
Ashley?
forgot to hit intern. No, that is it for Ashley.
No one stopped him. This guy is continuing to run. I'm just, at this point, he's probably going to get away because you won't get through them in time. Praetor, your turn. I'm going to remove him and get him off the field. Unless you're going after him.
No.
Well, I'm asking Mark, are you going after him? Because I'll put it back on the initiative.
I might
Okay, that's fine.
see how this turn plays out.
Raider's going for a bonk.
That'll hit. That'll destroy.
Spike goes in, brain comes out. Praetor's done his turn. There, now they're not flanking you anymore.
Alright, this guy is... Fuck it, he's out. Yep, he's gone. Remove combatant. They are breaking because shit is not going their way.
Because their boss
Really?
just got exploded into a
Yep.
gore ice sculpture?
I picture that as the ice knife pierced his heart and then exploded from his chest.
It
That's accurate.
seems
Yeah, it exploded him
Tactic
from the
is-
inside.
double the amount of goblins. Ophelia, what you doing?
Trying to hit that guy with a bow.
Alright,
15. You are not
that'll
blessed.
hit him.
Get him! Get him!
You
And...
boys.
Where are you, bitch? There you are. Bam!
Right to the eye socket.
Funk!
I
Nice.
stopped music in the middle and I'm like, I got a kill!
Alright, anything else?
Go Fifi.
Nope,
Nice shot.
Him. Fuck.
That's a lot of dead bodies for you looking at. Oh, wow.
He runs in screaming because he's clearly the best goblin ever.
The
And you're not
loyalist.
dodging.
Nope. Pink.
There.
Oh, he attacked you on your shield side. Shit!
Harvest around. Tink. Uh-oh.
There's a guy hiding over there in the tower.
Yep,
Yeah.
there was. Rambo him.
He's like, nope.
Was that a preemptive wisdom saving throw? Oh no, he's taking
He has
off.
advantage.
Yeah. He came and he looked out the side and he's like, nope.
John,
What?
he had advantage.
On what?
He's not attacking. He's running.
Oh, it was a wisdom save. Never mind.
All right. So, out of my. Mm.
God. The dancing tentacle.
It wiggles.
I have to
And-
ask, John, did you take a screenshot of Ultros's tentacle and make that water tentacle?
No, just straight up drew it.
Nice, okay.
Though I do know what you're talking about. Yes, the big fat one.
What?
So I would qualify this as flanking on this guy.
Oh, okay. So another one.
Also, you're blessed.
Well, I'm blessed, not the
Oh,
tentacle.
Not the tentacle, you're right.
No.
It's all good. Splashy water, like, stop it! And you?
He's going to take an aim at this one that's taking a shot at Praetor.
Okay.
No.
He takes a hint from his boss and grabs one of the corpses and lifts it up.
Oh, I am blessed.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Don't forget the blessing.
Ooh, 1, 2,
14.
1 shy.
Ah, okay.
He blocks with Goblin Corpse like his boss did, like, this is amazing.
I've learned a new strategy. Now he
Makes
must
him the new boss.
He must become the new Goblin boss.
Yep.
And he'll remember us the next time we show.
All right. He gets the distraction. This is flanking.
Yeah, you have flanking right now on that guy.
Lip.
Ooh.
For 10 damage.
And splattered.
Then I'm going to
Use your bonus?
bonus action
Ouch.
dash.
Wait, what? Oh.
The goblin can take a shot if he wants.
I may as well. He's a go-getter.
Oh!
Ooh.
Oh!
Oh!
How you doing for health there? You've taken a few hits.
Oh
That'd been better.
Oh, shit! So yeah, as you run, you just see him spin and nail your knee, and like you keep running through it, but your leg is fucked up. Right.
Yeah.
This guy is now just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then probably gonna make it out. Yep. He also books it. 2 are gone. All right, and now it's that guy, and he's like, nope. He will actually make it out because he's removed from combat. Samson, your
Right.
turn.
Okay, that one's not hurt? Are there these two hurt?
This one is looking like he's the feistiest go-getter ever. He's still completely clean. This guy has got some ice attached to him and a big bloody wound from running. I think that guy was just the one who got slashed when he ran.
Would be a shame if the one that's already injured had that taken advantage of.
All right. And it would also be a shame if my luck is good still. Ooh.
Ooh.
Take a lot of damage.
And he is...
Or take some damage, I guess.
Take
Fuck.
some damage.
I was looking for something else, but I found a gift that's like, I don't know how to explain why it's intimidating, but it's somehow intimidating.
All right.
Well,
Ashley, it
now
is
you
your
have to
turn.
share it.
As soon as I let it be your turn, why isn't it gone to you?
Because there was a dead goblin
Nope.
between me and
No,
Simpson.
go back. Go back. There you go.
Hey, there we go. Alright, so there's just the one left here, and then there's some running away.
He will be going after you because I took him out prematurely, not thinking that Mark was going to chase him. Oh shit!
Oh no!
All right, let's see what do I have that hasn't 20.
Do you have a bow?
No,
Oh, that works.
I have chill touch.
Chill touch from Fer. Oh, you hit him.
Oh!
It's bad touch from across the
It's bad
room.
touch. Bad
Uh,
touch from across the room.
what else does it do?
You can't regain hit points.
Okay.
Yep.
So
And until then, the hand clings to the target.
It doesn't actually grab them. It just holds on to him.
gotcha.
It's along for the ride.
He's being freaked out.
That's like, yeah, that's gonna.
So before you take your turn, Praetor, I'm gonna do his turn because he's still in this. He's between you two. I took him out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's still on the field. So now, Praetor.
Oh, he's just so close.
My
Yeah.
blowgun's got 120-foot range.
Nice.
Damn.
That will not hit.
You can do it. Is it?
The overconfident,
120s.
feisty go-getter is happy to fight you.
Is it slash 120, Garth?
Yeah.
So the
30,
120
and
is
120.
is the maximum. So you have to move up.
This one, oh yes.
Yeah, but I can't move up enough. I'd have to move
There's
35.
also that guy.
Just he
right there
starts
to
measuring the
left.
distance between him and you. Like, I could get one more kill.
I could get, yeah, I could, well,
Ophelia, it's your turn.
see, I could get that one over there.
One still up.
Yeah, if we deal with the one on Praetor, we can all run after the others.
Last one there.
Mhm.
All right, I will attempt to shoot it.
At least she has the good sense to not get in a melee with them. Samson.
Samson hasn't been injured. It's like he knew.
Nope.
You are not blessed. It lands into his shield like, oh, shields are OP.
Right? Wait, I'm not your friend.
Perfect.
Spirits watch over Samson.
This guy's already passed his save. He is as gung ho as ever, and he feels like he is the next boss, so he's just gonna go for you. All right, Praetor.
Please stop. You're embarrassing yourself.
Ping! I am amazing. I hit you. You died now.
No.
Next goblin, where are you? This goblin is one of the runners. Yes,
I mean, he might see Oust in his wounded condition.
30. No, these guys failed.
So they're just booking it fully.
Full run, and as soon as I got them off the map, they're too far gone. Cadell, it's your turn.
Moving this here.
Advantage.
One second.
That'll hit.
Oh! And it's 1d8.
He suddenly has a concussion, and he's like wobbling, still standing, but wobbling all cross-eyed. Like,
Oh God!
Oh no!
No, I believe there's a smoking boots.
so
More like just the water smashes.
all right. Anything else, Cadell? You still have your action.
No, I did
Oh,
an Eldritch Blast.
Oops, my bad. So yeah, now he's smeared. I was bouncing between things and I didn't see it. All right, bam and bam, and all right, blasted, smeared across. Your tentacle is a little red at this point.
So how much was it per ear?
5 gold per ear.
How many heads did we explode and are going to have trouble finding ears?
All right. Do I want to take the bonus action and get closer? Start with the dart on this guy.
That guy there. Okay.
Now, unfortunately, he's outside my normal range, so it's disadvantage.
No. Yeah, just barely dodges it.
Yucks. All right, I'll use my bonus action to dash. There.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Is that
and
it for you, sir?
That is it.
This guy was going to run. You will get an attack of opportunity.
Well then. Punchy, punchy. Wait, opportunity attack. I can use my weapon.
There you go.
Yeah. Use the bow.
The bow that always hits.
The bow that never hits.
That'll hit.
Except now.
Come on. So, as he starts to run, you reel into a big swing, baseball bat him onto the spikes, and he's just clumped there, dead.
Nice.
All right, Oust.
No. You went backwards.
I went backwards. Oh, no.
It should go to Samson.
Samson.
Wang. Okay. 80 feet.
You bloodlusty bastards.
Oh no!
And if I go to there. Oops. Actually, I don't even need to move. What am I doing? I don't have to move.
Is it disadvantage of the way?
No.
What's the range on the blowgun? Oh, what's
120.
You're using the crossbow stats, right?
No, I'm using the sling stats because the cross. It's not supposed to be that strong.
All right. What's the first? There's two numbers on the range. What is it?
31 and 120.
Yeah. So
So
you
120
can't.
is long range.
If I move up, I can just use my death rattle.
Yeah.
So I guess I will move
Also.
up. He's at 80s. I just got to move 20.
Splop, 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 splop.
Wade through the
Over here.
corpses.
Yeah, there we go. So that works.
All right. Death
Make a
rattle.
wisdom saving throw.
All right. Do the damage,
Ooh.
and you have cooked another one.
That's
More bonitis. It's really going around.
He's giving it the bonitis. All right, Ashley.
All right. How far are those guys now?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I think they.
155 and 160 for
15.
Ashley.
Yeah, she can
Mm,
move up.
14. So 14
Wait, we're
times
Eclipsians.
2.
I have 7 movement, don't I?
If you have
No, you have to dash.
yeah, you have 30, and then if you dash, the extra dash movement is 40.
Ah. Oh,
Yes.
30. Okay.
Yeah, so because if you run on all fours, you get 70 total dash instead of
Yeah.
60.
I think we may have just made at least
Yeah.
140 gold.
So
Yeah.
you went to there?
Yep.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you are 5 feet short.
Yeah. And dash is an action, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't think I can.
So
do
these they would have to turn around for us to get them.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to escape, which is fine.
Which is fine. Yeah.
Hang on. So one of these guys is going to escape, and if I'm not mistaken, it is this guy. This guy gets away. Now, Praetor, it's your turn.
Yeah, Praetor is going to be pulling the arrow out of his shield. and putting his weapon away. Looks like the combat's done.
You can make 140 feet and get that guy.
Praetor wouldn't need to chase him down. He's already proven his point.
Leap.
Leap.
Praetor's not a barbarian from Diablo.
Praetor has a 150-foot leap, right?
Ophelia,
Just
you
lands
doing
on the
anything?
goblin and he dies.
Is anybody hurt?
No.
Yes.
No.
Only out.
No one within range.
Yeah, only
Elst ran
out,
off and got himself
Okay,
killed.
What's
all
your
the way
healing?
there.
What's the range of your healing? Because he's 135 feet away from you.
He has moved outside of range of the healers. The worst idea.
I'll just sort of look around and be like, huh,
Oh, Elst is
what
dead.
happened?
And the last one gets away, and combat concludes.
And now the picking up of goblin ears commences.
So let's do the math on this. I think Jin already did, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 goblins, so 32 ears. You guys, please, how are you collecting?
Well,
So
Samson-
100.
Sorry. Go ahead.
160 gold if we collect all the ears.
Nice.
And we are.
There we are.
You go ahead.
Oh, Samson is going to start collecting fingers and ears from the ones he killed.
So you spend a good amount of time cutting up goblin bits.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley's gonna pick out the bits from the ones that she killed out of all the ice. The bits that look like ears.
Praetor's just wondering why they're being selective on which ones they're cutting open.
Well, he's taking the ears from the little ones, and then the big one he's going to take fingers from. The boss one. The heart. It's too late to get the heart. It's spoiled. The power's
Sorry.
gone.
The knife went in, the knife went out. Things exploded.
Knife goes in, guts come out.
So unless I fucked up my count, Ashley 5 kills, Cadell 4, Samson 3, Oust 2, Ophelia and Praetor 1.
Woohoo!
Sounds about right.
I think that's right.
Yeah, baby!
Woohoo!
But fucking Praetor stopping thousands of points of
That
damage.
made a difference. For sure.
That's what he does.
Thor was the real MVP.
And then you all ran past him into the danger.
It
Now
was
we're gonna-
fine.
Praetor
We're going to have a
Tentacles,
long
the real
conversation
MVP.
about.
So, I hate to bring this up, but are we pooling all the ears together? You know, Kudel's
Right.
saying this, or
Put them together on a string.
well, I mean, we can. Did you see the notice? The bounty?
If we're traveling together, then all the profits should be pulled together.
It is the only fair thing to do.
Whichever one of you wants to put them in the bag, when we get back to town, we'll split up the gold. The important thing is just to prove ourselves to Lord Gallon and then get on with his actual request.
So, I mean, if people are gathering ears, Samson will sew them together into like a string.
Oust returns, limping on a very cut up leg.
What happened to you? And why didn't you stay behind me?
Because there were no enemies behind you.
That's why behind me is the safest place to be.
That's not where I'm gonna stay.
I see.
There
You
is
want
wisdom
someone to
in
fix-
Praetor's words for the most part, but sometimes it's necessary to take a more forward approach.
And this is just a flesh wound.
Your leg looks like it's been hobbled.
It does look very injured.
Ophelia, you have a way with
Yeah, I
healing
can fix it.
ligaments.
Would you like me to fix that for you, Mouse?
He didn't get all the way through the muscle. It's fine.
Praetor, if you give me your shield, I can patch up the holes.
Yes, please. As much as I like having the ability to see through it, that doesn't help with protection.
It did absorb quite a bit of those arrows.
He'll hand the heavy shield over.
I'm going to walk over to Oust and gently rub my hand across his leg.
Uh,
Oh dear! Oh dear!
Heal for 10!
The
feel-
sexy
How's-
rubbing is effective.
how's Oust feeling?
Conflicted.
Like, oh no.
Fly healing. I'll be fine.
Praetor's in the break.
No, Praetor's fine.
Let's go get the caravan.
Yeah, let's
Did
go. and
Praetor
let them
get
know.
hit?
Nope.
No
Praetor
one
is
got
a
hit
meat shield.
except for Oust.
his
Big deal.
shield is riddled. It's like from the movie 300 when they take all the shots from the arrows. When he like holds out his shield, it's just like 9 or 10 arrows just like pointing out of it.
Yes. Ashley can patch up a few, but this is going to take more patching.
You mean that scene, John?
Yep,
It's
there you go.
patching.
Is that how
Dude,
you're dealing with it?
I've headed over to Ashley. She said she can mend it, so she's got now a shield full of arrows. I've never had a squire before. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
You did use the shield to take attacks that were meant for the rest of us, so it's
I
only fair
did
that
what-
I keep it in working order.
I did what any vanguard would do. I don't need any special credit. No. Let's go get the caravan. Let them know it's safe.
Ophelia, that would make a good part of a song.
Already on it. He's so humble.
No, I'm not.
I'm the least humble ever.
Yep. Let's go get the caravan. Yep.
Are you sure you don't need healing?
Me?
He's not injured. He had my amulet to protect him.
Oh, right. He'll take that off and bring it back. Thank you for your tooth ring.
The tentacle pats. Praetor.
He's just going to kind of look at the tentacle with unease. I'm still not sure what to make of that, but good work. Is it sentient? Oh, we don't know.
It's
Awesome.
supposed to be water, but it's a little red and there's a little goblin bit floating inside of it.
Praetor's going to point out you've got a little bit of goblin there.
A little bit of goblin in your tentacle. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Kudel's just gonna grin and the tentacle's gonna sink back into the ground.
Okay. Well, best to go and let them know we're done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can follow the caravan towards Castle Arton. Or Castle, Falcona.
Arton Castle.
Thank you. Arton Castle and get the other job done, because I think this is enough to prove we can take on pathetic goblins.
Well, we did, and we won.
Yes.
And I got a kill.
Taking life in it.
So you will not be able to travel with the caravan to Arton Castle because it is in the opposite direction.
Lies!
But so the lot of you are heading back then?
Are we done the goblin mission now?
Are there not more goblins in this woods? I mean, they escaped somewhere.
You don't get off the path. If the
But
goblins are off the path, they're probably gone.
Yeah, they're gonna get eaten by something if they ran into the woods.
This is in character. This is Praetor saying that.
Oh,
You come off the path, you don't come back.
Well, at least we managed to kill a fair amount.
those few goblins that got away, they're not part of a band anymore. Even if they survive,
And we got all the ears.
Mm.
Yeah, so as far as the bounty goes, there was no set limit. You could pretty much hunt goblins to your heart's content. It's just collect ears to diminish their thing. What you've done in excess is stopped them from blocking the tradeway. So you actually have gone above and beyond in this case. And as far as an immediate quest, yeah, unless you want to continue to hunt goblins.
Perhaps they have gone above and beyond. Praetor was just doing his job.
so humble.
He is so humble. I'm gonna write songs about his humbleness.
Yes, off to let the camp know, and if the group wants to go hunting more goblins, Praetor's gonna be like, that's great, and I'm gonna head towards the castle anyhow.
I don't know. We've taken care of a big threat.
Yeah, we stick together. And Kudel's gonna wrap an arm around his shoulders.
You're a very touchy person.
He
Is that not normal?
Some folks are. Some folk like their personal space, and he's just gonna stare at Kudel, hoping Kudel gets the hint.
Hugs are very important in the
grab
north.
the arm, like, Kudel, he's my muse, not yours.
Oh, okay, okay.
If
Well,
don't
you gotta hug
hug
him then.
in the
No,
cold,
no.
you die.
Mm.
We're not a pack. We're just a group of adventurers doing the good that is needed to be done.
Like a pack?
Not.
Uh-huh.
How about a pod? Our
Ooh,
school.
A pod, yes. It could be a pod.
What's a
Yes.
pod?
I like
You-
pack better.
Yeah, if you have to go with the word, I'm going with packed.
Okay, we're a pact. Pact.
We are in some ways like a hunting pack. Yes.
That works with me.
Pact. That is so awesome.
Towards the
We still
castle.
need to come up with a name for ourselves.
But yeah, let's just call ourselves Saint Arton's pack. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think we'll leave that one up to the other two. To the more musical two.
Yes. Find a name for this group of adventurers that slayed goblins and are now going to clean out wasps.
Ophelia, what's a good name?
Oh my lords.
Perhaps it's something that best be kept for a day. Sleep on it.
It has to
Find
come
your
back.
muse.
Inspirational come in time.
Oh god, the bees. Oh.
Dance for your
Bees.
bees. Dance,
Dance.
dance for your bees.
I mean, Ophelia's already found her muse.
Didn't we just...
We could be the fated few.
Ooh.
Or the fated six.
Once we're done with this noble, what are the
The
chances?
strings of fate.
Ooh.
Damn, that's good.
What was the last one?
The strings of fate.
Nice.
And then Praetor went, damn, that's good.
We will be the strings of fate.
I love it.
There's no guarantee that once we're done work for Lord Gamel that we'll even be adventuring together anymore.
Did
Of course we will.
it was fate that we were all together?
You don't want to adventure with us anymore?
No, that's not what I said. Just things happen. Adventurers go their own paths in case, I don't know, something comes up.
We are all on the path fate has brought upon us, right, Samson?
There is a spiritual path but laid out before us, but I do
See?
not know how far we go together.
See?
We will go as far as need be, which will be completely far together.
We go as far as the spirits need.
The spirits will bind us and keep us together.
Perhaps. This is a question that I could be asking.
You should.
No, please don't. I
Yes.
don't need to know that answer.
You should ask it so we get the answer that we all know is true. That we are fated to be together forever.
What?
Then perhaps I will ask later.
Thank you, Samson.
Or not at all. Just
I like this.
throwing it out there.
It's like, what? No.
We're not talking to the spirits about us being fated to be together forever. That's a long time.
Forever.
Asking
mean-
the Praetor, asking the question does not change your fate. It only tells us
The
what it
question
may
means I
be.
don't know. And that's a
I
lot
mean-
better than knowing sometimes.
I mean, you believe in this Arton guy, right?
Yes.
You believe he has a hand in everything?
Gritting his teeth? Yes.
So obviously he brought us together,
Yeah.
right?
No.
Like the strings in a lyre, we are fated to stay together to play the most beautiful of tunes. The most beautiful melody across the world and lands of Arton.
You really have a way with words.
What was that actually?
I said Ophelia really has a way with words.
Uh-huh. How long until we get to the castle approximately?
It's like an epic romance.
It is.
I will say that you're having this conversation as you're approaching now the merchant's caravan outside of the forest.
Thank
Sounds
goodness.
good.
You can't rush this, Praetor. The castle's days away to the west.
It's like, watch
we're
me.
for the night. Ugh.
No, we need to rest at some point.
Nope. Those wasps are just gonna get more fierce if we leave them to the castle.
Well, maybe we should rest with the caravan tonight
It is getting late.
before they depart for the tomorrow.
We can keep them safe.
We can keep each other safe.
They probably have a bath I could use. Yeah, fine. We'll rest with the caravan.
Oh, a bath sounds wonderful.
Yeah,
Yes.
swim sounds nice.
And so long.
Alone. A bath alone.
Well, yes, of course. What is wrong with you?
You're the one. Never.
What if there's only one pond?
What? No, a bath in a tub.
In a
A what?
A basin of water in which you put yourself into it to lather up with soap and
That's
sage.
Grant.
Kudel's gonna look at Samson and Ashley and Oust like, what is this?
I've seen such things. It's sort of like a metal box.
That doesn't sound comfortable at all.
He's just gonna look to Oust. Please tell me you've taken a bath.
Of course.
Oh,
That sounds so cramped.
You make it sound like we don't bathe ourselves, Praetor.
don't.
We may not have tubs and bath houses, but it does not mean we are filthy.
We have saunas and ice baths.
Hot springs.
Yes, hot springs are great.
I did not
It's a
mean
hot
to
spring.
insult you.
It's a hot spring.
Glow pools in the Undervalley.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own thing.
I'm gonna find that Eclipsean that we had talked to let them know that the path is clear.
Does Samson know her name?
Nope, you never learned it. But as you
We never
approach the
had.
caravan, the adventurers that are protecting it notice you're coming back, and she being the one who was talking with you, kind of like approaches, and the merchants all seem very curious as to what's going on. You're back.
The goblin camp has been routed. Sorry.
I guess you were out for that bounty, huh?
Well, that was why we
Just-
came into the woods.
Just doing Saint Arton's work.
Well, that's great. Now we can keep going. I'll.
Would we trouble you to stay within the caravan's confines for the night?
I don't think anyone will have a problem with that. Please join us. Tell us what happened. Maybe
Oh.
the merchants will be kind enough to offer you something as a reward for helping their job continue.
Privacy in a basin of water is all I need. Ophelia here will tell you the story. She's very good with words. Isn't that right, Ashley?
Yes. Ophelia's the best at words.
We would be delighted to share the story with the entire caravan while I go and take the bath.
All right. So you are kind of brought in and given spots around, like they have a couple of campfires. One of the merchants helps you out. He seems very grateful. Gives you access to water and a basin and scoots you off a little bit past the caravan so you're out of sight.
Are there any lakes or rivers or ponds nearby?
I will say do a perception.
Well, Kudel is asking.
Oh, straight up. Uh, let me do a.
I love it.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna just straight up say yeah. They're like they point out one that's down in kind of like a small ravine, just a little ways back and to the north. So you'd have to walk like a small bit away from the camp. You're looking at about 100, 150 feet away.
Okay.
But wouldn't that be dangerous to use if you go off the path?
So they are before they're at the I would say the entrance to the forest. They haven't gone past that border into it. They were waiting here.
Hmm. Okay. So we're actually leave the Tenwood.
Yeah, you're just outside of the borders of it.
Oh,
Yeah, you but one sec. Yeah, go ahead, please.
I'm gonna go for a swim. Does anybody or okay.
So sorry, what did you say there was for water?
So, excuse me. Uh, there, the caravan guards and the merchants mentioned that there's like I'll say a large creek just about 150 feet to the northwest of the road, uh, and Praetor has wandered off to talk with one of the merchants to get him his tub.
Sam's going to go approach the Eclipsean. This one realizes it was rude to not ask your name. After have spoken with you twice now.
Oh, I'm Bianca.
Bianca, thank you for letting us stay with you for the night.
Not a problem. The merchants were a little nervous, but when I saw there was a couple of Eclipsians, I wasn't worried. Nice to see that you're all on the job, you know. I appreciate it, Mr.
Samson.
Samson. Well, nice to meet you.
If you'll excuse me, I need to see to my. Damn it! I keep doing that. Samson must see to his allies.
Of course.
It's really hard to keep that third person mentality all the time.
Not a problem, dude.
So wait, sorry, you said the water is what? The river nearby?
Yeah, it's a creek about 150 feet to the northwest of where the caravan is setting up its camp.
And everybody's going that way? No,
Who is going that way?
I think Kudel and Ophelia are going to the creek.
Yeah, you see
Yeah,
those two
we're
going that way.
What was that, Allie?
We're hightailing it to the creek.
Tailing.
Samson will go back to see Ashley. Your friends seem eager to take a swim.
Oh, yes. They like water very much.
They say they're from the coast. They
Yes.
have a smell about them.
Yes. They smell like the ocean.
Never been to the ocean. They smell like salty.
Mm-hmm. The ocean's very salty. Feels very pleasant, though. The beach is nice. I got to
Beach.
stay near the beach at Pelmrosa.
Is the beach some kind of a creature?
No, it's a type of terrain. Where the land meets the sea, the rock gets ground very fine, like sand.
Do you think there'd be a beach here at the river?
I could go look. Sometimes there is.
What the hell was that?
You're going on a date!
I think I'd like to see that.
All right.
He'll hold his arm out for her.
She's going to take a hold of his arm, and they'll start following the others.
All right.
Now the question is, do the others know you guys are following? Are they going to jump in and be like, "Oh shit"?
You two booked it there, so you will be there first. I'm just gonna double check because. All right, so Praetor, you've gone off to have your private bath. You're
Damn
just
right.
chilling there, doing that for now.
Yep.
Uh,
Godliness is cleanliness.
Oust, what are you doing?
He's chilling at the caravan. You know, stretching his muscles. You know, checking to make sure he's all in one piece.
Yep. Your leg was the primary target of most of that damage, but
Yep.
Ophelia's magic did seem to patch you up rather nicely.
I'm just gonna make sure to exercise out any stiffness that remains.
Yep, just chilling out. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, no problem. So
You don't want to join in on what is about to be some kind of calamity?
I'm sure there's enough calamity out here. That'll happen in the caravan.
So the first two, Cadell and Ophelia, you find the creek and find it running kind of from the west and then turning north.
Okay.
And it looks like it's got some good depth to it. Maybe a meter or two. Well, yeah, definitely 2 meters. Definitely at least 2 meters of depth.
Jan, if you're okay with it, do you want to have them have like the normal mermaid look to them, where they just have the people part on top and the fish part on bottom?
It is up to you.
I'm just thinking it'll be easier for them to be able to go in the water by hiding just their tails instead of trying to hide a totally different look on their body and like their skin.
I would almost say you guys should have like 3 modes.
Yeah, if only the legs are submerged, only the
Like-
legs transform.
Yeah, like you're in like regular water. You just look like people with fishtails, like half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a
You know-
regular mermaid.
Yeah, like I would almost say like I don't know if John's okay with that, but like you would have your full like intense mermaid look in
So
the
the-
ocean.
So the de facto thing I'm going with here is I'm totally fine with whatever creative look you want your mermaids to look like. It is plenty of fish in the sea rules here. There's plenty of different kinds of mermaids. But there's only your merform and your merform and your fake form. So if you get wet and you transform, as per what has been mentioned before, it's whatever your mermaid form is. So if you have like a very fish-like form, gills, bits of your ear, that will become exposed. If you are the half human type, it would be easier, but this seems to be the moment to commit.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, because you originally said for Arton they were just the half-human version, and I'd rather keep with what Arton originally had.
Sure.
But design-wise, I like the fishier version. But
Me too. They're so cool. What can you just say? Like only the part of you that got wet transforms.
no, I think it's all or nothing.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
So
cool.
This is
Okay.
this is something you have to consider when you're existing.
The Triton look that you drew is so fucking cool, though.
It is cool. I like how they look when they're
Besides, you can just stay under the water while they go in and try and sneak out.
God.
You have gills.
Yeah, you could just hide underwater or swim upstream.
You wanna stick with the version drawn in the original picture, Jin?
personally, yes, but it's up to you.
No, we'll stick with that then. I just wanted to see.
I love it. I'm happy you guys are sticking with that. It's hilarious.
It would
very cute.
ensue like it would lend to more comedy if you guys were human looking mermaids, but the other forms you drew were really awesome.
Yeah, with the
You
white
can just
hair.
slap mud on your face,
Yeah.
hide yourself.
And it even
Yeah,
fits
'cause-
more
Yeah.
because you guys lived in a very deep oceanic part, so it would
Yeah.
be you look more fish-like than others.
Yeah.
So
So it's completely up to you, Allie.
No, it's fine. It sounds good. I just wanted to check to see.
all right. So you get to the edge of the creek. You do not believe anyone is coming. You haven't checked, but
No, I haven't checked at all, but I just jump right in.
all right.
Kudel's gonna strip off his shirt and vest and then jump
yeah.
in.
Yeah, take off our clothes and then jump in.
Sploosh, sploosh, and immediately your form reverts. So long as you are horizontal to the surface, your entire form is underneath.
Right. That is so much better.
Yes, it is. I got so tired of walking.
It's painful and long and boring.
I don't know
Much better.
how can their feet take it?
I don't know. It's weird.
It's what's really weird is not being able to just move up and down.
Yeah, only this like horizontal way of movement is just weird.
And you have to climb if you want to go up.
Yeah, who does that? I mean, I fell through a window. A window.
You fell through a window. When did this happen?
When I was at the ceremony.
Ooh.
It was painful. I couldn't swim up. I mean, I tried, but it didn't work.
Is that why your
Ooh.
legs were flailing?
Yeah.
She's like, gotta get out.
She's kicking, trying like as she's falling, trying to go back up again.
Yeah. It's just ridiculous. And
This
just sort of like
water's-
submerge her head like down So it's just like her eyes above the water, and she's like blowing bubbles.
I will get you both to roll a perception check.
Oh no.
Oh god.
I mean, well, we're okay.
Okay. We're not particularly trying to hide.
Yeah. It's not a high DC. It's no stealth. Ophelia, you are distracted by your bubbles.
Bubbles.
Cadell, you can hear Samson and Ashley chatting to each other, and it's getting closer.
He's asking
Oh.
her questions about where were you at the beach again?
Palmarosa?
Palmerose. He's gonna ask you. He's asking questions about Palmerose.
Celia? Cadell's gonna reach over and press her head down. Go down too.
She's going to be telling him about a wizard human that helped her.
In Palmerose.
Yes. The humans
me
there
what-
wear very little clothing. It's quite interesting.
You say it's warm there, much warmer than here.
Oh, yes.
And these trees you describe, they sound almost naked.
Yes, nothing but a trunk all the way up, and then the very top, large green leaves drooping down.
What are the two
Strange
mermaids doing
name,
as they approach?
palm trees. It does not sound like it looks anything like a palm.
Being pushed
They
underwater.
don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was super confused.
One sec, wolf people. So, yeah, they're coming close. They're chatting. What do? You duck down real quick. Give me both a stealth check, and I will. Because you didn't see what happened, I'll say yours is at disadvantage, Ophelia.
No!
Oh no.
Yay!
Oh wow!
Shit.
Oh no.
So yeah, you both like. You can talk to each other perfectly underwater.
You hear that?
Yeah, I hear that. What do we do?
Get to the bottom and
It's not deep!
I mean, it goes both ways. We might be able to sneak up that way. But my shirt.
8 feet long!
I've got a point.
We can't give away what we are already. We barely know these people.
And they might take her stuff.
Yeah, they might take our shinies.
Free pants.
No! So they're probably
Okay.
gonna find our clothes on the bank, but no sign of us.
So you haven't moved. You're just trying to decide what to do.
We're like under the water, trying to figure out what to do.
They're underwater panicking.
You
Yeah.
two can continue to chat. I will react based on your conversation.
Well, now that they're getting closer,
Okay.
they're going to look for sand.
So do a perception check.
All right. Perception.
No. Oh no!
So, Ashley, you clearly don't see any sand. You're just looking around, trying to find it. It looks like the water is just touching two banks of grass on either side. And Samson, as you're looking around, all you see is their clothes and the briefest bit of water fluttering. Like,
He sniffs a couple times into the air to see what direction their scent is coming from.
take a sniff.
Was that not part of the same perception?
Well, it would have been
I
an
was-
advantage.
I
if
was
you're
just-
sniffing.
Oh,
You lose their smell to the water.
hmm.
The
Guess
most
they
you
were
got Yeah, the most you got was the fluttering in the water.
Perhaps your friends were a little too excited.
Oh. Oh, they left their clothes. They must have gone upriver or downriver.
Hmm. Oh, let's see if we can find some of that sand.
Sure.
He's like being flirty, and Ashley doesn't even realize it.
That's right.
They're gonna walk around. I don't think they suspect anything, so
No.
they're just gonna take a walk down the like follow the river for a bit.
Follow
Okay.
the bank for a bit.
Merfolk, please do a perception check again. You can't make out what's being said, but you can hear the deep, grumbly voice of Samson, and you really do recognize Ashley's voice, but it seems to be getting further away now.
Okay. Okay. We gotta peek up. And if they're still there and they see us, we have to scare them.
Did you see what she did to the goblins?
I did. I did.
Did you
But
see
do you
what
have a better
he did to
plan?
the goblins?
Do you have a better plan?
Not scaring them.
And doing what?
I don't know.
You want to just pretend to be random river mermaids?
I mean, it might work.
Work, actually. We could totally do that. We could be wish fish.
God damn it!
Wish fish. Yeah, I mean, there are river mermaids, right?
Totally.
Are there river merfolk?
Not that you know of.
He's just like looking at Ophelia like,
Come on, if there's our kind of merfolk, there's got to be some in the river somewhere.
ah.
They start rumors of river folk through the land.
The merfolk were here.
And the worst part is like the river merfolk are gonna be the same two ones every freaking time.
I mean, there's got to be some of our kind that decided to stay up here.
Yeah, but do you think they stayed in the river?
Maybe a lake. The Leviathan was talking about really big lakes.
Different.
Huh?
That's a lake merfolk.
Okay, true.
Maybe if they stayed in the lake, they've been scaring humans.
We don't want to get shot with that.
No, I'm not saying we will scare them much. Maybe.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the surface and take a look.
Be careful.
So Kudel's gonna really carefully poke his head up.
Can I have your stuff if something happens?
No!
Come on!
You peek up.
Stop it!
And it's getting late. Like the sun is dipping, so your vision's great, but you could tell that it's getting darker out. You do not see Samson or Ashley at all.
Oh, I think they moved on.
I just want to explain, like, he did get to see like the splash of water as you guys were like diving under and the direction of the set and all that, but he doesn't know anything about what your life is like on the coast, so he's just assuming like he barely even knows what a river is.
Yeah.
So I was like, the trail ends here. Well, this is normal.
Plus, a flutter of water could be a fish.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I didn't want to like push it without anything obvious because it wouldn't make sense for him to have like any idea of what's going on.
So I do have a question. What clothes did you leave on the ground?
The human
All
clothes.
of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they went swim. Whatever. It's a coastal thing, I guess. They swim naked together. Weird. Whatever.
Weird sibling thing.
Yes, and the dogs wouldn't know that would be weird. Whereas if Praetor or Osh showed up, they'd be like, "What the fuck?"
What the fuck? Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's exactly it. Like Samson and Ashley are from clans that are like outside of normal civilization, so they're like, well, that's strange, but they're strange people.
Not
Yes.
not only that, but like Ashley wears next to nothing. Apparently.
I'm saying it's perfect. The people who went have no idea how human cultures work. Thumbs up.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a few checks here. So, Praetor,
Uh-oh.
at this point, you can say your bath is up. It was functional. It did what it was meant to.
Perfect. He's gonna go and see if there's any busy work that needs to be done for the caravan, like chopping wood or getting things ready for the night.
Get water.
It doesn't actually seem like there is. Like they did that already. I'm reverberating through your computer. Yeah, there's no busy work that needs doing. They're serving food around the fire.
Surely there's something that a vanguard can do to help the caravan.
It doesn't appear to be.
Shit. Okay, where's Ost? He's the least likely to get into trouble.
You easily find him. He's chilling.
Ost,
Praetor,
we need to have a talk.
you want to have another rematch?
Maybe. But first, we need to discuss you running into battle and potentially getting yourself killed.
Oh, the risk of that was very low.
Whether or not there was a risk, I'd prefer if anyone that I'm protecting be actually protected.
Okay, well then you don't have to worry about protecting me. Conscience can be clear.
That's not how that works. If you're going to be adventuring by my side, it is my duty to make sure that you don't get hurt.
Okay, well, just don't make it your duty.
Don't make it your duty.
There, problem solved.
It's just like
Okay. Could you at least try not to run off so far away that I couldn't get to you and stop you from bleeding out?
Okay.
Okay. Good talk.
Glad we had this conversation.
What are you doing?
I'm exercising?
That's
Practicing my
exercising?
katas.
What's a kata?
Oh, they're forms to help you react more on instinct rather than like muscle. It helps you train your muscle memory so that you can react quicker to block or punch.
How does that help you? You're just moving slowly in places and bending in ways you shouldn't.
It's an ancient art. I'm sorry if you don't understand. I could teach you.
Well, I don't have much else to do. Sure. Show me some of this stuff, maybe. Yeah, you know what? Idle hands and all that. Yeah, sure. Yeah, show me some of these katas.
Okay.
Just like I did earlier with Ashley, I'm going to get Oust. You decide athletics or acrobatics to what you're showing him.
I think for Praetor, athletics is probably the better way to go.
Okay.
And this time I can actually roll it.
All right.
Wow, I did so badly.
So you show him some of your strength building moves, and it definitely seems like Praetor's got that kind of action down. Like his body's already built for that kind of action. So
You already have a strong set of muscle memory to help you with combat.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Those rigid strokes must really help with swinging your sword and holding that shield up. I mean, you took a lot of arrows.
yes, I have to find where I actually put my shield, actually, in case we get attacked in the middle of the night by bandits. But a year of training under the church kind of does that. Plus, being raised where I was from kind of does that too.
Where were you raised?
In the desert, not important. Just a lot of manual labor.
I see. Or maybe you should train on flexibility then.
Yeah, I'm not good at balance.
All the more reason to practice.
Mm. I'd like to lean into my strengths.
Yes, but it's all fine to cover to lean into your strengths, but you must also cover your weaknesses.
Maybe later. I'm gonna go and find something else to do. Don't really like sitting around doing nothing.
Weren't you gonna go for a bath?
Yeah, I did that already.
The lake? The ravine?
No, in a bathtub, in a basin, like I requested.
Oh.
But thanks for showing me your katas.
Anytime.
And maybe I'll take you up for that training a bit later. Right now, I need to find Ashley and figure out where she put my shield. I kind of feel naked without it.
I'm gonna go to the lake to freshen up.
Yeah,
Or I guess they called it a creek.
Creek.
I can't let you go alone. I'll bring you there. Just in case. Let's go.
All right.
Okay. God damn. I wanna find a stopping point here, but this is
Too good.
all right. I'm actually gonna. I am gonna say let's stop it here. I want to stop it at 10. Uh, damn. Can you
What did you
guys
want to
hold?
try and finish?
Well, like, because this is another maybe risk of finding these two. Is there any way I can convince you guys not to ICRP for until we
No.
play this next?
No.
No, I'm going to be
No.
writing something immediately after we end.
God damn it!
In
All
fact, I'm going to start right now.
Hold on. So we'll do this first, then. Uh, keep.
What I'm cool if you want to do the thing, but we can probably get through it fast, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to do the chance of finding first, and then I
Like
can
we
leave
don't.
you guys to do
It's
what you
not hard
wish.
stop at 10. If it runs a few minutes over, I think it's
That's fine.
okay,
That's
right,
fine. That's
Liz?
fine. Yeah. So Samson and Ashley, everyone else, I'll get to just chill for a hot second as I bring them in.
Yeah. Samson and Ashley are going for a long walk. He's gonna. Okay, that wasn't what I meant, but they're chatting, and so they're gonna be gone for a bit.
Yep. So the two of you head over, and merfolk do perception checks. You pop up, you don't see them. Actually, yeah, I'll start there. You popped up, you don't see them. What do you tell Ophelia now?
Okay. I don't see Samson or Ashley. I think we're clear.
Right? I'll start getting out of the water.
And
Yeah, I can.
you both hear footsteps and chatting.
Come on!
Back there we go!
Ah, come on!
The biggest, angriest splash ever.
Sploosh, sploosh. Oust and Praetor, do perception, please.
Perception. Huh?
God
Oh,
damn it,
no.
Praetor. God damn it.
Oh my god.
The reason that did it is they're literally not talking. They're just walking straight. They're both be like, we're going to the creek. That's our mission. The creek. Yep.
Yeah, that actually fits.
So as you
Those two.
as you start to crest and see the ravine, you catch 2 large splashes.
Big fish in this creek. I haven't had fish in a while.
Oh no!
I don't have a fish in a while.
Out of nowhere, Oust
Punch.
starts running towards the creek, taking off all his clothes, and does a cannonball.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Did he message you that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Naked. He's just
Nice.
covering his eyes.
Shedding clothes as he's running.
So he splashes into the water. Ophelia and Cadell do deck saves.
Oh
Can I
God,
do
you're gonna
something?
get cannonballed.
Can I do something else?
Sure. What did you like? All right. So just like previously, as soon as the water splash, well, do the deck save.
Oh, right.
So, Ophelia, you see something like jump in the air and like quickly backflap to get yourself out of the way. Cadell, the two of you collide as you get jumped on. Chippy M reverberating through your thing.
Okay, I can't really fix it.
Damn it. Yeah, you get clunked by Oust, and you quickly just cast the fog cloud, which causes the entire area to like fill up with the sandy murkiness. But because it's your spell, I believe you can see through it, right?
I think so.
Not
I don't know. I don't know if I can.
No.
Fog cloud blinds the caster.
Yeah, so you get clunked, but bam, you recognize this, Ophelia. You see he just pretty much inked.
Yeah, he squidded.
So, from Praetor's perspective, Ost like stripped his clothing, ran straight towards the creek, cannonballed in, and as soon as he hit the water, there's just this of fog.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's just a whole
Only
bunch
he's
of
dead.
just a whole bunch of mud and like it on top because it's a 20-foot radius. Yeah, like mists up. Like he really sprayed the water when he hit.
Oh, he disintegrated.
Do that when they hit water? Uh-oh. Is he the fog? Okay, well, I'll just pick up his clothes. Yeah. I'm just gonna pick up his clothes and keep them ready for him.
Maybe he was just really dirty.
He has no idea how Ganassi work.
So, Oust. This is difficult to. Hang on, I got it. I figured it out. Roll initiative.
Why do I have a
Wait,
feeling
what?
that Kudal is going to come back with like a welt on his head?
The three of you,
no.
roll initiative.
Oh my God.
Run, Ophelia!
I can just see it like Oust sinking into the water, and he like looks on the other side. He sees monster faces.
Two Oust.
Oh no!
Through
Like,
the
sorry, he can't. He can't. I guess he can't see it.
So, Oust, you get into the water. I don't know if your eyes are open or not.
No one keeps their eyes open on the cannonball.
They could open
House
them
is
underwater.
not no one. Woody, 50-50.
High yes, low no. There you
Eyes
go.
open.
So, eyes open. When the water starts to clear, it's immediately murky as all balls, so you can't see anything anyway.
Ugh.
But you did hit something on your way down.
Oust, I don't know if you're a cloud or not, but I've got your clothes.
Murmur, murmur, murmur.
Cloud. I'm not a cloud.
So you go up to listen to him. Sploosh.
Okay, so what just happened? Why is there this, like, you jumped in and fog came out?
Yeah, you
I think
can't
I hit-
actually see. You,
I think I hit something.
You hit a cloud?
Cadell, what are you doing?
He's like panicking and trying to get further down to the bottom
That's
and
like
get away.
you're trying to swim away.
Yeah, 60 feet blind, probably gonna run into a wall.
I'm going
I'll
to
see.
roll fate real quick. All right, so you managed to head and like following the bottom of the creek. You just 60 feet down the creek. Ophelia, you get the blindedness too.
Damn it!
But you didn't get hit by a foot.
No, I didn't get by a foot.
But something jumped into the water.
Can I see a shadow in the water?
It's all foggy and murky at this point. You can't see it.
I'm like, Kudel.
I can't see a thing, brother.
Idiot.
What you gonna do?
I'm going to use perception to see where the thing that splashed in the water landed.
Okay. Disadvantage perception because the fog cloud is all over the place.
Well,
What Praetor has learned is that Ost has impulse control problems.
Yes, he does.
You see nothing.
Mm.
Sorry!
I'm going to go down a little bit to try to stay out of the way. But I'm very upset that there's this stuff everywhere.
Gotcha. So you go to the bottom. All right.
You're ink all over me, brother.
Oust. You're on the surface, like just floating on the surface. Ground or your feet aren't touching the bottom at this point, but
I
you
didn't
can't
hit
see.
the ground, so I'm gonna see if I can find whatever it was at the bottom.
All right. So you going down and
Yep,
waving
I'm
your
gonna
hands
swim
around?
down. Yep, I'm gonna swim down in the blind murkiness.
I guess this is going to be
Sorry.
investigation at disadvantage. Because you're literally just waving your hands about.
Yeah.
In the coil of darkness.
Oh,
So you got nothing at this point. Yes, you're down there forever, I know. The creek is not flowing fast enough to dissipate the fog, nor the wind strong enough on top. So,
Are you done yet?
Still below the surface.
yeah, murmur.
Yeah, you can't see a thing except for the fog, so you're just staring at the fog being like, okay, wish I knew that trick for privacy. That would be great.
How wide is this little pond we're in?
This creek.
It is a creek. It's about I'd say like 2 by 2, 2 meters down, 2 meters across. So like five, like it's meant for. I'm gonna put you guys like in a row almost. Like it's a 5-foot row, and he's going that way. Cadell, what are you doing? You like booked it upstream.
he's gonna, once he's booked it upstream, he's gonna turn around and look back and be like, shit.
You see what you left behind, but no one's pursuing.
Which
But-
way did we go?
I will say you went the way that Ophelia is at. So like,
Ophelia went downstream.
you guys are like, yeah. I'll say it's like this. Oh, move over.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm gonna roll a. I want to roll a flirtation roll. I don't know what that would be.
Probably persuasion.
Persuasion.
Oh no! Ooh!
So bad.
Oh my god! So he's telling you about this time he killed this monster and was eating it, and so he's like trying to impress you with like the how his hunting prowess is, but you're just like, you
Gross.
ate its heart.
Oh,
Jess has no
wait.
context for the monster you're talking about because she's never
Yeah.
met it.
He's just like he's like talking to you like as if you were one of the Skull Clan, and he's like
Yeah.
trying to impress you with something he's done that you have no idea what he's talking about.
he's doing the
Uh-huh.
seductive bread eating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like not only is it like nonsense, but sounds kind of gross.
If it was someone from your clan, it would work.
Not with a one.
No, even someone in his town would have been like, you had to be there.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I guess Ashley doesn't even know what he's trying to do. She hasn't figured it out.
Now she just thinks you're trying to tell her a cool story.
Okay. That's my bit. I just wanted to try.
So yeah,
Is
what are
it
you doing? Cadell?
Ophelia's?
Kudel's going to. It's like trying. He's like shit. What can he do? Okay. He's going to aim above. The group, like aim above them, and going to start creating rain.
Creating rain. There
Yeah,
you
with
go.
create water.
Falls as rain. Yep. So
In a
it's
30-foot cube.
so that area starts to rain.
Praetor is just staring and looking left, seeing that there's no rain 15 feet that way. Looking right, seeing that there's no rain 15 feet that way. It's like, Oz, this is getting very strange.
Ophelia, you hear Oust moving around in the murk and start to hear the patter of rain on the creek top.
I sit there, I'm like, you made it rain? Seriously?
Angry fish noises.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do one last thing to get Oust out of the water,
Uh-oh. Oh no.
and I'm gonna hit him with a gust of wind to blow him out of the water.
From in the water.
So roll the strength save. I'll say, this is a disadvantage. You have no idea this is about to hit you.
Oh boy.
Oh my god!
Well,
Air blasted out of the creek.
So, so Praetor,
yeah.
Oust is in a fog cloud. It starts to rain, and then, boom, sploosh, boom, blam, right in front of you, doing a backflip.
Wait,
Oust hits.
what part of him is facing me?
Ooh. As per usual, higher favors him. So face down.
Praetor's,
So his ass is facing you.
yeah, so there's a slide on the ground. Praetor's just going to be like, what just... And he's going to take Oz's clothing and just drape it over him. And kind of take a step
I
back.
think Oz would stick the landing.
You sure?
You
Didn't you just roll on that
you got a
one?
nat 1!
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the save to not get pushed.
Roll acrobatics to land it.
Wait, do you have safe fall yet?
Slow fall, you mean?
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, it's called slow fall. I do not.
I will let you roll a dex check on that then.
Please don't roll another one.
My headset cut out after I let you roll.
Oh, I'll let you roll a dex save to see how you landed. How's that? It's messy, but you don't like just flop around. You land on the ground, kind of like knee out, hand out. So yeah, you're all in your glory.
Yeah, he's getting his clothes draped over him. That's still happening.
Gotcha. But because this is necessary and it's still technically Ophelia's turn, Ophelia, blasting the gust of wind dissipates the murk and the
Yeah.
fog cloud. You have a movement left.
You can see.
Yeah, I'm getting the hell downstream and grabbing Kudel and just booking it.
You're heading towards where he went?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, just dash. It takes your full dash just to catch up to him because you remember he's a much faster swimmer than you.
He might want to start.
And yeah, so Oust, what are you doing? Oust and Praetor.
Is that how you get out of water?
Not usually. There was a strong gust of wind?
Well, it's currently raining in a very specific area.
The rain
Either
should be
there's-
cutting out now.
Yeah, it's
No. It began raining in a very specific area. I think that we might have to be dealing with some kind of magic or fey bullshit. I suggest we leave.
Yes. Maybe I'll have the caravan draw a bath instead.
Yes, it seems safer with things happening out here. This forest is known for its strangeness, so yeah, let's get out of here.
Do they see the
Yeah.
clothes on the bank at all?
yeah, do perception check, guys. I mean, like, you're a little distracted with everything else that's going on, but Praetor doesn't, but Praetor's got a lot on his plate in this particular moment. There's wet clothes here too.
Oh, we should bring those back to get dried.
Damn it.
Wait, whose clothes are those?
They look like Ophelia and
Where's Samson? We gotta figure out if the spirits can find them. They might have been abducted by Fae.
maybe whatever.
Grab the clothes. Hopefully we can find them.
All right.
I'm assuming we didn't hear all this fuckery. Did we hear like an explosion?
I would have said you would have heard a splash at best, but you've been gone, so it's hard
Been
to
gone
tell.
a while.
Yeah.
He's desperately trying to flirt, failing horribly.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Pick up the clothes. Hopefully we can find them. This might be an all-night search and rescue.
Hopefully they didn't walk into the woods.
As much as she irks me, I don't think that would be a particularly good fate for her, and a waste of a very good pair of assets.
What do their...
Bill and Ophelia, assets to the team.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's go back.
Yep. He's gonna take one last look at where the fog appeared, just being like, what the fuck?
You've angered the river fish.
Yeah. Well, I ain't going near no creek. This is why I take baths in tubs.
So you guys are
Back
heading
into
back
the
to the
boat.
caravan?
Yeah, we'll dry these clothes by the fire.
I'll take care of drying the clothes. You go and do your katas.
Okay.
Drink
I
and get.
tail slap Kudel so hard.
Ow! Ow! What did I do?
What did you do? You inked.
I did what I had to make sure that we weren't seen.
You should have moved.
I was trying to move, and then he hit me in the head. Ow!
I hit you in the head. Let me see your head.
Mm,
And I look him over to make sure he's okay.
Yeah, probably a little bump on him. He got some ass bone in the head.
It's just a little bump. You'll be fine. Now hurry up. We gotta get our clothes to get out of here.
I think I can dry us off quickly too.
You can destroy water. You can dry yourself off instantly.
Yeah, but they're probably gonna come back and be like, "Wait a second."
Where's our clothes?
So, Garth and Jen have been waiting patiently. I'm going to give them some time here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I made my attempt. Well, Simpson did his attempt. I don't know if he can get a second try or not, or if Ashley would like roll insight maybe to figure out what he's trying to do.
Please go ahead.
All right.
Watch Ashley flirt and get a nat 20. Oh no.
No.
It just seems like a cultural story. Whatever.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's been a while. I'm going to tell a different story.
I'll share some of my hunting stories
Okay.
as we slowly make our way back up to the caravan.
But is it like a hunting story, or is it like a romantic hunting story?
Mhm. What kind of
No,
story are you trying to tell?
It's the hunting story about blood and guts, and that time she shot a deer through the head at 1,000 paces.
You know, following the line of what he was doing.
Yes, except he was
describing.
describing his kill as like being torn apart by his bare hands and teeth.
He's like,
The way they hunt, they don't use guns. They don't need guns.
was she using guns or was she using her ice knife?
Yeah,
Ice knife.
guns or grenades.
Grenades.
Ice grenades.
Ice knife.
He's gonna try again.
So how do you want this to come off then?
Oh shit! I wasn't prepared for success.
I wasn't prepared for success. That's a generational thing, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Oh man. Okay.
Maybe
He'll-
he's just blunt about it.
He'll just come off the end of her story and tell her how interesting he thinks the whole thing is, and how I don't know how to put it. Actually, I wasn't prepared for this. He'll kind of like roll into it, like oh, that's really interesting. Okay, so he'll like compliment your tactics and throw in something there about how good you look, and he can imagine how you looked out there, and just like, oh yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for the compliments.
And he's like,
You're
oh,
super nice.
Awkward.
You're really nice, Samson.
Need to find a gift for.
Hmm. All right. I guess we're back by now then.
Yeah.
We're heading back.
Mhm.
What do they see when they get back to the caravan, you two?
Would we see a couple of naked fish come running in, or
No, it would be what
I was
Praetor,
took your
your
clothes?
And Praetor is
Drying clothes.
Praetor is drying clothes near the fire, just putting them up on the equivalent of a meat drying rack.
and Oust.
I'm gonna see that bath option.
You remaining naked or putting on your wet clothes?
My clothes didn't get wet.
They got rained
Praetor.
on
Praetor had them.
in the rain.
Yeah,
Was
in
he
the
in the
rain.
rain? I thought I ran ahead.
Yeah,
Okay,
and while you're
whatever.
running, you're taking your clothes off. Then he
Yeah, all right,
picked them
fine.
up, and he got caught in the rain.
All right, whatever. I put them on. I'm not gonna
Magical
walk
rain
around
started.
naked. I'm not gonna walk around naked. That'd be indecent.
So yeah, you get your wet clothes on, and then you go find, and they're super helpful, just like they were with Praetor. They get you a tub and fill it up.
You guys know anything about Fae around these areas?
Faye? Oof. Not immediately, no. But who knows? This is a crazy forest.
All right. Well, I don't want to alarm you, but there might be river Fae.
River Faye. And by this time, you guys are getting there.
Yeah. Oust went for a quick swim, hit the water. I thought Ganassi just made fog when they hit water, but apparently that's not how it works.
Maybe it was a river phase that I hit.
Wait, you struck a Fae?
I hit something when I landed in the water.
No wonder they attacked with water.
Okay, well, hopefully they're not vindictive.
Hopefully, what's not vindictive?
River Fae.
The river phase that got Ophelia and name.
Yeah.
Adele.
Yeah.
They're a river fae?
Well, that's what I'm guessing.
They
What do you
attacked me with
mean?
They attacked with rain and then a giant gust of wind. They definitely didn't want me in the water.
What of Ophelia and Cudel?
We found their clothes, so they either
The
got
sign of
caught or they went running naked into the forest. Sorry, I lost my thought. What were we talking about?
He's like, oh no, that's not an image I need.
Focus.
we should set up a rescue to go look for them. I can't imagine how they would survive without help.
Well, the last place we saw them was by the riverbank. If we want to risk pissing off those river fae and get our comrades back, let's go as a team, right?
Mhm.
I just said that.
So
Yes, it's
while
your
you
duty
guys
to
are,
protect Ophelia and Cudel.
I'm gonna jump back to our two Myrrh. Two of you are there, checking bump on the head. Yeah. What are you doing?
We're now looking for our clothes, which are missing.
So as you swim back, you do notice that it's safe to swim back because you see them
Yeah.
walking away. Do perception checks.
Is the bump bad? How bad's the bump?
Is my hair okay? It's not in place, is it?
You
I'm not
are a
too
touch
bad.
distracted, Cadell. And Ophelia, at best, you notice your clothes are not on the bank.
Where are my clothes?
What?
No!
What?
Clothes are gone!
Clothes are... Did Dad say it was really bad if we didn't have those?
Yeah! Humans don't go naked! It's taboo!
Well,
Whatever
they
that
do.
means.
It's just very specific times. Anyway,
Hmm. What did you do with that dwarf?
you know,
No.
That's what she's asking.
Kudel.
The thing?
You did the thing?
Yeah.
I haven't done the thing? You beat me
What do
again!
You have a muse.
Yeah, but he took a vow of not doing the thing!
There's oust.
No.
Wow. Ew, they touched legs.
Okay, we have
That's
to
the thing, right?
What?
He took our clothes. Okay, we have to make clothes out of the stuff around here.
That's something I can't do. I mean, how bad could it be? We just say, hey, we lost our clothes. Right?
Okay, we're gonna walk in there like
see-
nothing's wrong and
Yes.
get our
Confidence is
clothes
key.
back.
Confidence is key.
Yeah, we're just gonna walk in there like we own the place. Remember, do the strut. Do the special walk.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna go special walk to the camp.
And
So-
look, he's gonna use destroy water, his last destroy water to get there.
Fish form's gone.
Yeah.
So you pull yourself out of the side, bam, destroy all the water around you. Yeah, you're perfectly fine. The creek stops for a short bit and then fills back up. But you dry yourselves off and you, bam, quickly at will yourself back into your human forms.
Okay,
Right.
that's better.
Okay,
We
let's
look
go back
weird.
to the caravan. That's where the clothes probably are.
Okay, strut.
Strut.
Right. Strut.
Like we own the place. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
And they're gonna start heading back.
So
Probably meet the group on the way.
a lot of you are planning a search mission. Go out and find the two who are missing, as you suspect the involvement of Fae,
River Fae.
of River Fae. As you look to the group to, we should go as a team, and you're trying to stomach that idea. You turn out and like supermodels. Kudel and Ophelia walk right past you, strutting their stuff, completely in the buff. Both super beautiful individuals.
I think. Oh,
That should be a
with the
disadvantage,
face.
Praetor.
Yeah.
Praetor's just going to be putting his hand up over his eyes.
That should be a disadvantage.
Was that disadvantage, Jim?
Why would it be disadvantage?
It's self-imposed. I'm not telling him he has to do anything.
He put his hands over his eyes. I don't think it would be continuous. He's being smart.
Okay.
Except he's peeking with his fingers.
Where were you two? He's kind of looking at the ground with the hand up, just making sure he doesn't see anything.
This one
Down
is
river?
confused. Praetor, is this sort of thing customary of humans?
No. Walking around naked is not customary of humans, I can tell you that much.
Did you get away from the River Fae?
Yes.
Yes?
But then we came back and our clothes were missing.
They're right there. Sorry.
Yeah,
one second.
the River Fae rained all over them, so we brought them back to dry them. And then we were getting ready to go look for you, try to rescue you, but you escaped.
Right. You're safe
Thank
now.
you.
That's all.
Yes,
that matters.
thank you.
Ashley, can you show me where my shield is, please?
Oh yeah, I put it over here when I was done fixing it.
So this is where I can call it,
Uh-huh.
and this is perfect for you guys to just dive into ICRP without a problem. I just had to give that a critical story point of them revealing themselves all the due, and fuck, was that a fun adventure.
Now we have to avoid the River Fae.
It's good too because actually since we wrapped it up, we're back together.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Kudel's sort of rubbing his head.
You realize now we're going to be actively avoiding natural bodies of water in case we piss off more River Fae.
Damn River Fae.
Not all bodies of water. It's just that
Or if
group.
we're gonna want to go to
Just
a body of
the
water, we're gonna be like, you gotta come with
natural
somebody.
ones.
Buddy system.
No, just that one. That's the only one.
That's
No.
where the River Fae live.
River Fae exist in all flowing water systems. So we
Well,
have to
they're
avoid
just
them all.
angry at us.